The thing that I said, and I'll say it again here, is my computer. I'm really proud of my build. I've shown you guys it on here before. It's gonna take one look at that game and be like, "No, Luna, you can't have it. Fuck you. I'm out." And just catch on fire right as soon as I am done loading the game onto it.
If we want to feasibly think about how Sora's going to survive in that world, he's fucked. He just manifested in some dude's apartment. He's got no known address, no social, no license number, no ID. He's fucked. He's fucked.
Yep.
How is he going to do anything?
It's a good question,
Yeah.
Mega Man.
He's gonna need a lot of assistance, or he's gonna have to marry someone that's already there to get citizenship.
Why do you think he's hanging out with a chick
Is
with
that
like
the
70
object-
potted plants?
Is that the object? Is that the objective for that world? Just trying to get a green card?
Yes.
There's someone passing on the rumor that scene of the water wasn't actually on that world. That was actually a scene of Endor, and there was an ATST. I'm like, no, I don't want Star Wars in this one.
See, I would like Star Wars and any Marvel property because that just sounds hilarious and fun.
It's like the only reason I would take a Star Wars and Marvel world is if Star Wars is strictly the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to see Sora battle with Darth Vader. Let's go.
No, I want to see what Palpatine turns into in Heartless form.
Oh, Lord.
That would be so cool.
I'm so confused about this world.
A lot of people are, don't worry.
Like, the funny thing is, though, I just realized Square is the one that does the Avengers games.
Oh yeah, Marvel's Avengers.
So they could. So people are gonna make that freaking Spaceballs joke of, "You idiots! You didn't see them. You captured their stunt doubles." It's like, it's Tony Stark, but not. It's Cap, but not.
I'm just
With
waiting
Marvel.
for Organization 13's crypto scheme.
Oh, no. It's too real.
I'd rather eat a grenade.
I was about to say the N in NFT stands for nobody. We never saw it coming.
My God. How could we not have seen this before? Xehanort comes back for the 7,000th time. Have I told you about Darkness Coin?
Darkness Coin, Master Terra.
How many times do I gotta teach you this lesson, Olden? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson? I haven't even cared about that lesson.
I mean, I've only gotten up as far as what was the PSP game? Birth by Sleep.
Birth by Sleep?
Yeah,
No.
and I only got through I beat one story, got halfway through another one, and then there's a whole nother part. I'm just like, okay, can we just explain who this crazy guy is and why was Mark Hamill our sensei?
Simple answer: because Nomura's a fan of both Star Wars and Star Trek, and had to get both of them in there. And then he died.
You telling me you didn't want Luke Skywalker to fight Spock?
How would that even work?
Well,
you see, they're both Jedi somehow, and they both can summon swords out of thin air.
The older I get, the more tired I feel.
Boy,
That is a mood, Rabbit.
That's a hell of a way to segue into our stream.
Yeah. The older I get, the more tired I am.
Oh, don't get me started. I've been falling asleep at like 8 and 9 o'clock, then waking up at 1 a.m. and having to stay up till 5.
Oh, that's fair.
I was just sitting here like, I have to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning on most days. I'm like, the things I do for friends.
5:30 in the morning for me.
Yeah.
Shout out to JMP. I helped him completely reset his computer. But unfortunately, since he lives in Alaska, that means that it was by the time we're done, it was 1 a.m. my time and only 10 his.
Ah. So the night was young for him, and he had to pass the fuck out.
Yep.
Okay, you got those connections good. All right, it resets. All right, good. Wham.
All right, well, if you're ready, Milla, we can hop on over into the game.
Oh yeah, I think we could be good to start this session proper.
Oh, and I just realized you have the title set for Ender Lilies right now.
Ah, fucking hell.
Wham.
You did it.
All right, guys. I just rolled for our luck. I got a 15, so hopefully that's good.
You just used all your luck. I'm sorry.
Well, there goes.
That's depending if Roll20 decides, hey, we can't do this to Connor anymore. I'm gonna give you my or give you his old luck.
Flashbacks of every time I think about starting up the session, I just hear that Star Fox 64. Good luck. It's like every session. All right, you get to start then, Vaughn?
Oh, yeah, I'm just tweaking the stream tile name. We're already good.
All right. Well, while you do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't want to do this. Do I want to start this like normal? I think I do want to start this like normal because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Welcome, one and all, to session 25 of Chult of Personality. When last we left our expedition, Elise, the Wood Elf Ranger Fighter, Enoch, the Human Warlock, Dan, the Half-Elf Witch, Wick, the Squashly Cleric, and Zeno, the Half-Elf Sorcerer. Their guide, Kawasha, needed more time to mourn the loss of Kupalue, as well as contemplate his involvement with the party further. They granted his request, and thus our heroes began to reconvene. At the same time, a strange sight appeared. A lone tall figure with bovine features, a minotaur named Tyrant Bane of Omu happened upon our heroes. Curious of their presence, the minotaur disclosed that he was part of an order attempting to reclaim Omu to its former glory, called the Sunblades of the Paka. Seeing our heroes fighting their way through Omu, and with a renewed sense of hope, and seeing a common aligned goal, the Minotaur pledged himself to help these outsiders. And thus a newfound ally was formed. Found, wow. Wow, me no work good. Anyway, Dan sent a signal fire to some of Tyrant Bane's brothers in arms. And their arrival brought some other, rather dire news. Whilst they were traveling to our heroes, something in the dark was shooting arrows at them, resulting in some of the brothers in arms falling to the unseen threat. With this knowledge in mind, Tyrant Bane implored the Sunblades to send word back to their base of the significance of the shrines and the puzzle cubes contained therein. After leaving 2 Sunblades with Tyrant Bane, the newfound allies continued on, returning to Papazato's shrine, and after much contemplation and big brain plays from Orvex and Wick, the expeditioneers now have Papazato's puzzle cube. Where shall our heroes explore next? Let's find out.
Just like to say before we begin that I am kind of embarrassed how long it took us to figure that puzzle out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't a normal puzzle. It's fine.
I still stand by the fact that figuring out wasn't necessarily the bad part. It was just the counting.
Yeah.
Counting.
That was the miserable part.
Listen, we're all int or charisma. We're all not int. We're all wisdom or charisma casters. Okay, we aren't here for our brains.
I mean,
It's
I am
hard
an
being
entertainer.
it's hard being someone that genuinely enjoys puzzles playing a stupid character.
I'm playing
Puzzles too, but man, I stared at that for 20 minutes before I went, oh, okay.
I think
Hey,
in my head, I was convinced that it was something to do with panels somewhere, and I just did not deviate from that thought pattern.
At least you guys weren't the ones who everyone on stream could see my mouse hovering over and me counting slowly to myself and then messing up.
Yeah, like what it was I was like, okay, let me try to solve this some other way. Here, let me open up a Google Doc and put that in there. Oh my god, it's this.
Well, thankfully I can say, at least with the rest of these shrines, hopefully these puzzles aren't that complex. With that out of the way, I pose the question once again to the lot of you. Which direction do you guys want to head to next?
Well,
Oh, that is a great question, isn't it, Mega Man?
well, there's two different ways I see it. We could either go down the untraveled way, which is slightly less area, which is all along the coast here. Or we could pass back through the bazaar and all the ways we've gone and just take the way that we have literally cleared out of anything living. But that's a super long way.
So it's the safe path or the more direct path.
The more direct path might put us in league with those kobolds again.
I mean, yes, we would pass right through the bazaar, whereas if we went the coast way, we might find out what was shooting at the Minotaurs.
Well, we said we would help the Minotaurs, yes? So I think we should go the unexplored way.
Fair enough. Maybe we'll find another one of the temples on the way there.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, yes, I think the way that you've directed seems best.
Then it is decided. Onward.
Alright. Direct the talk in the direction you wish to go.
There's the sound of tiny wet feet slapping as Wick just walks down the path.
Basically.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you weren't here
That's
for when
like I
Caitlin
said.
when Caitlin described it as a Tommy Pickles walk.
Yeah, he waddles, honestly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
He
precious.
he windmills his legs around, basically.
It's either that or I just imagine him with the same stance as Vivi from Final Fantasy IX.
Oh, good old BB.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay. You gobsmacked me. I'm fine now.
Alright. So in morning. Let's see. As you guys are traveling along the coast about to here. Let's see. Rabbit, I want you to roll a percentile for me.
Yeah, sure. Hold on. $82.
82. Okie dokie.
Snakes.
A very real possibility.
Yes.
You joke. We've already experienced those this town.
Bigger snakes.
We've experienced those too.
Advanced snakes.
Snakes rain from the sky. You have no idea why.
But at this
The
point, I don't think
snakes
any of us would
somehow have
question
machine
it.
guns.
Alright. Draco, roll a d10 for me.
I can do that for you.
Take 1d10 snake damage.
That's 5.
Interesting. Okay.
Once again, the words you never want to hear from the DM's mouth.
I've said this before, I'll say it again. This could be really good or really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a moment while I go ahead and set up the random encounter map.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Well,
That it is then.
it's raining something.
I don't think it'll be that bad. It's that bad!
You need to remember, we're in a place that had T-Rex that, like, breathed bees. It can always be that bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, I suppose.
Chult does not fuck around.
Yeah, we encountered a dragon when we were, what, level 6?
I think so. It's 5 or 6, I'm pretty sure.
Specifically, not dragon anything levels.
Mhm.
Oh, it also probably help if I pulled up my character sheet.
I find that's helpful.
I was about to judge you for that, but then I realized, yeah, I need mine too.
Listen, I've spent the last few days rolling up NPC character sheets for a different game, and I'm not even the DM.
Alright. Well, as you're traveling along the bridge of the river, just kind of perusing through some of the runes that are there. It's been a while since I had to grab this up. Wick and Elise, the two of you happen to notice an unusual smell at first, but you happen to smell the stench of death as it gently wafts through the area. And then trudging from around the corner, locking dead eyes with you, the two of you, along with everybody except for maybe Tyrant Babe, would recognize this as an Ankylosaurus zombie manages to march around the corner.
Oh dear.
Well, those are two words I never wanted combined.
Yeah, they're zombies.
Alright.
This time we
I'm
don't have a
gonna go
wall
ahead and
between
drink
us and them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. I'm just gonna grab your tokens, just gonna shift over here. Yeah, we'll see. The wall is right about. Oh, come on. We'll say there's a wall right about there as you're making your way around this corner. I'll say it's a little further back, but I'm just hiding more stuff there. Actually,
11.
more appropriate.
Well, Yuki continues the theme of always getting before me.
She's doing her good job, and she's protecting her master.
I've noticed this happens in any campaign I have Dan and Yuki in. My Curse of Strahd campaign ended the other night, and Dan is an NPC there, and Yuki rolled ahead of him. So this is just a theme, I guess, with this character.
Don't mind me, these are your companions right back here, Rabbit. So I'm just grabbing them. That is
Alrighty.
there. So I got a roll for Orvex, for the twins, and then for the zombie. So for Orvex, very nice. You rolled an 18. Warriors, and I rolled a 7. That's 7 plus. They're at least older than 7 years old, but come on. And then for the Ankylosaurus zombie. Wow. That is pitiful. It rolled a soft 1.
Perfect.
I mean, if that thing was super dexterous, I'd start to wonder.
It's just pretending to be a zombie. It's actually very mobile.
Alright.
No, it just has like RC cars on its feet.
There you go.
Alright. Well, let's start the initiative with Yuki. Oh, that's right. I need to grab her token and move it to the right location.
Well, she's right here.
Oh.
See?
I forgot I had another token hidden away, so never mind.
Alright, so... Has the zombie noticed us at all, or are we...
Oh yeah, it's locking eyes with you guys.
Ah, okay, good. We'll place her right there, and she can't really do much. But she's certainly going to get its attention as she barks at it from afar.
Bark. Bark, bark.
Poor cat.
Alright. Next up will be Orvex. As he's going to look right over here. He's going to load his crossbow, and he's going to hold an action to shoot it in case it gets close. And that will bring us out of Tyrant Bane. What would you like to do?
This gray line, is that a wall or something?
Yep, that's like the corner of a building that's here.
Oh, sick. Okay, so we're gonna go. Gonna do a dash action. So.
All right.
10, 15, 20, 30, 35. Hold on. Measuring.
Long legs.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh my god, I can do it. Oh my god, I love you. You're so stupid. Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and crash right into him, and we're gonna go ahead and use Goring Rush.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit with your Goring Rush.
Alright, come on, pointy boys. That's an 18.
18 hits.
Sweet. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and hit for 6 piercing. Can I smite with this? Can I smite with my horn? My little horns?
It is a weapon attack.
It is.
Yeah.
It is technically a weapon attack. You know what? I'll allow it. That'll be real cool.
Sweet. Okay.
And this is
So-
undead, so you get your additional 2d8s on top of that.
Oh boy.
I've never smited before. Oh, baby's first smite. Okay, so extra damage is okay. Here, there, under the stairs. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and smite with a 2nd level spell.
Okay, so that'll be
5d8 altogether, I think.
5d8. Good lord.
Alright. They don't call him Tyrant Bane for nothing, Chief.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, wait a minute. So, extra damage. Okay, yeah, it's 5d8. All right.
28 points of damage.
Hold on. 5d8. Go, my little babies! 30 damage.
Oh!
30
that's
total.
So that's 36 altogether. So Tyrant Bane goes ahead and holds up his shield and his battle axe and runs toward it, going just a low roaring moo. And as he does a low roaring moo, the celestial shape of some kind of weird snail creature appears around him mid-crash.
Good.
And he clown cars into it just dead on into this creature. What's your name? Your name is put your head on the desk. That's your name. That's where you go.
Yeah. As you're charged through and your horns light a glow, they just rake up into the face of the zombie, and the light just bounding from your horns and erupts from the scars that are left on its face, and it lets out a painful groan at that. That definitely had a lot of damage on it. Anything else for your turn then?
Nope, but I like to tell people that that's how a paladin can use a bonus action. All right, my turn.
I mean, you had every chance of literally one-shotting this thing, so yeah. Good,
All
good
right.
job.
That's true. Elise, it's now your turn.
I want the MVP flag.
Oh, Elise?
Chaco, are you talking?
Yeah, we can't hear you. Oh no, technical difficulties.
Oh no.
Oh, they're gone.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
They might be rejoining the call. There we go.
Hello?
No, we can't hear you.
Still nothing.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
the circle's lighting up, but we can't hear anything from you.
Ah,
Check your
beans.
input.
Yeah, check your input or else close out Discord and try again. Sorry everybody while we get this sorted out.
Technical difficulties.
I was thinking Chaco was remarkably quiet so far.
I can't. And sometimes I just want to play nothing but Paladin. That's just so stupid.
Yeah.
By the
You
way,
have-
in character. Oh, go ahead.
You have spells. They're mostly called Smite.
Yep.
In character, like after saying that, Xeno's gonna look at everyone. I'm glad he's on our side.
Agreed.
Enoch just has a scared look on his face of doing the math of if they encountered them and they had been hostile.
Alright. Well, I guess we don't have audio, but for a bonus action, Chaco or Elise is going to Hunter's Mark. Alright, go ahead and make your attacks there, Elise. 24 hits, roll damage. 12 piercing, plus all of your other damage. So a total of 14 piercing on the first shot. Well done. And at this point, this zombie's looking particularly bloodied. And a 12 unfortunately misses. As it just bounces off the carapace. And it does not find purchase. And that concludes Elise's turn, which will now bring us to you, Enoch.
Yep, Enoch will decide that he would like to get a decent ways away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, 6. There we go. Get out of Elise's line of sight. And yeah, not using any spells. So I'm just gonna come out blasting.
Alright.
14.
14 hits. Roll damage.
They need to go for a split second on that 20.
Yep, 6.
Alright, 6 force damage on that one.
Then 22. I'm
Wait.
hoping hits.
Of course, roll damage.
So 10 altogether.
Alright. As more of the mounds of this zombie just managed to break off with your Eldritch Blasts. It is very rough looking despite the fact that it's dead, but it's still standing. Which should now bring us to Zeno.
Ah, that's perfect. So, Zeno's still not feeling good about everything that happened. Is not going to cast any regular spells, or any of the spells he knows activates, like the chaos and all that. I'm just going to do a firebolt on this guy.
Okay. And by the way, I forgot Orviscus's reaction. I rolled for it, and he missed.
I'm assuming that 22 hits.
Yep, roll damage.
Wrong button. 13.
13 points of fire damage. Alright.
Alright, can you hear me now?
Yes.
There you are.
Yes.
Yeah, there he is.
The fucking mic was turned off on my headset.
Oh.
Okay.
You fell for one of the classic Twitch streaming blunders.
Alright. Well, if that concludes your turn, then Zeno, that'll bring us to Wick.
That conclude.
I'm gonna just move a scooch over here just so I can see him. And if he's looking bad, we're gonna do a whole heckin' Toll of the Dead.
All right. He fails.
Oh, good. Thanks, yep, so...
2d12.
Oh, do you not just roll? Oh, okay, fine. I'll do it the old-fashioned way. 6.
For 6 points of necrotic.
It's weird, it should roll it normally.
That's what I thought.
I know in my sheet there's like an attack specified for Toll the Dead in the attacks and spellcasting section.
Yeah, it used to just roll it, but I'll just have to mess with that later.
Yeah.
Alright.
Next up will be bringing up the rear 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 25, 30. Let's see. 5, 10. Just out of range. Your companions, Tired Bane, are going to attempt to huck a javelin each at this zombie with disadvantage. That's
Okay.
a miss. The other one with disadvantage actually hit with his. For 5 points of damage. But it's still standing. Alright, Dan, it's your turn.
I'm gonna be real. I didn't think it was gonna survive to my turn. But I'm gonna get on my broomstick, the command word Josephine, and fly right to here, 20 feet in the air.
Alright.
And I believe that would put me... Yep. I should be able to get a witch bolt.
Alright.
So Dan will hold his spell focus forward. Maleficia Fulmin! And an arc of blue lightning shoots forth. And... I think a 24 hits.
Of course, roll damage.
And level 1. For 10 damage.
Alright, so... It's cocked. As you arc the lightning towards the zombie, it twitches and stammers and drops, but manages to pick itself back up again. It maintains.
Do I want to spend my jinx? I've got 2 jinxes. Probably not going to survive much longer, but I'm going to do it just for the funsies. Following that up, Dan will crush his hand and go, Cloudus! And its legs will pop. It can, it's 20 feet of movement is subtracted from its movement speed.
Alright. Well, considering how slow these things are, they effectively have a movement of 0. Nice.
Screw your knees.
Yeah, you don't need those where you're going.
Alright. Well, it's turn, Tyrant Bane.
Okay.
And it's going to look down at you, and in spite of its broken leg, it's gonna turn around and he's gonna swing his club of a tail at you.
All right.
Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
Alright, you managed to duck narrowly out of the way as you feel the wind just barely miss over the top of your horns as you duck out of the way of its tail. As you just feel the wind gust just whiz past you from the mist. And that's all it can do for its turn, which takes us back to Yuki.
And go right up here, and now bark at it closer, giving the help action.
Okay. Next up will be Orvex. Bonus action, reload his crossbow, and then he'll fire. Unfortunately, he misses with the second shot. Alright, Orvex. Orvex, that's his turn. Tyrant Bane, can you finish this monster?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and smash with a battle axe.
All right.
In true Minotaur fashion. A battle axe and a Minotaur go hand.
Of course.
Alright. 8 doesn't do anything, but I have another attack, so 15.
That hits.
Sweet! Alright. 5 slashing.
All right.
I'm crazy enough to smite again. Do not tempt me.
Do you want to smite?
Sure, why the fuck not? I'm so glad you asked that question.
It's up to you if you want to smite.
I'm doing it again!
All right.
It's that goofy meme.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Do it
Question.
again.
Question asked and answered.
16, so he takes 21 damage.
Yep, and as if. All right. So, Tyrant Bane, how do you want to do this?
I'm going to. Oh. It's like Minecraft with dinosaurs, honestly. He's just gonna hold up his axe and he's gonna go ahead and have to look at the name of Mama Snail. Fuck's goddamn. Punk. There you go. What a doofy name. I love it. All right. And he's gonna hold up his axe, and it's gonna radiate with a shimmering iridescent light, much like that on a snail shell. And he's gonna go ahead and yell, "Oh!" and just smash down on top of the head of this undead ankylosaur repeatedly, just bam, 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 and you can tell little flail heads coming down with the axe, just going boom, boom, just thunderous upon the body of the ankylosaurus.
With the last hit, with the force of the divine energy radiating from your axe, you manage to sever its head from just behind the mass that makes up the crown of it with the bony protrusions, and thus combat is over.
Oh, shaping up to be a fun afternoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
Oh,
looks
that
on
was
and-
easy.
Very impressive, brother. Well done.
Oh, thank you. What did you say, Caitlin? What did Wick say?
Oh, he just said that was easy.
Indeed, it was easy, small friend.
Hey!
you realize these things are zombies, right?
Of course. Remnants of the Black Day. To kill one's a great honor of a tribe. For Unk brothers.
Runk! They cry out.
Well, if that is the case, then you deserve it. It's taking us twice as long without you.
What part would make a fine trophy?
That's a good question.
Treylegs, what think you of the bony tail? That'd
I
make a
think
fine
that would make a-
warhammer, you think?
I think with enough work, it could make a fine warhammer, brother.
Fantastic. Aid me! And he'll just grab his battle axe, and apparently battle axes are tools now to him, and he just goes ahead and just starts trying his best to hew this bony protrusion off this tail.
All right, since he is aiding you, roll a survival check with advantage.
Yes! I can totally do that.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, with the work, you managed to hug off the hue, and the more you look at it, it's, for a warhammer, it's actually not quite doing it that service. You could probably use that tail and make a pretty fine maul out of it.
Oh, fantastic!
With enough work and craftsmanship, of course.
Somebody can make a fine maul of this. Maybe a good weapon for an upcoming aspirant. That'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be absolutely great.
I mean, waste not, want not.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Just a bunch of minotaurs around this dead around this dead dinosaur going, just nodding back and forth.
Yes, quite.
Yes.
Hands on chin. Mm-hmm.
Enoch, meanwhile, is just being like, he's taking this in stages. A, really glad did not end up fighting any of your kinsmen. B, it's like, oh, so that's what a flail snail looks like. C, oh crap, I hope we don't have to fight a flail snail.
Dan's think about something else. Mill, can I roll religion really quick to see how Unk feels about witches in particular? While he's still up in the air on his broom?
I guess you can make a choice of either history or religion with that.
I am much better at religion, oddly
It's
enough.
fine. We love Card Captor Sakura.
God.
24?
From what you've kind of heard in passing, in your off time, Orvix kind of helped explain this to you. Unk is kind of more of a neutral kind of a deity when it comes to, they don't really have a strong inkling one way or the other. If you're cool, you're cool.
Oh, good. After the scene with Tyrant Bay, Dan was a little terrified.
Does not judge. It does not condemn. It is
I
a
was about to
snail.
say, yeah. Snails, no judgment. They don't have time
Very-
for it.
Snail.
Very silent snail.
I think it might be a little pissed if you have a thing of Morton salt, but other than that, I think you're fine.
That just means Unk is like the patron saint of gout.
Like, chubby for you. At a brisk 1 mile an hour.
All right. So, that's the lot of you continue to wind your way around the bank. You eventually happen to come upon the ruins of another promenade over here.
I did have a question. Can we tell what this over here is from where we're currently standing?
Just a bunch of flooded buildings, from what you can tell from there.
Okay, so definitely not one of the shrines.
Unless you want to go investigate it.
I suppose I could go on Broomback just to do a quick exploration of it on my own or take somebody with me.
Dan, I feel like I should warn you. We already know there's archers in the area.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
And you are just a juicy target, like a bird on a stick for him if you just float up.
I mean, I can defend myself on Broomback. I just need somebody else with me who could also, and we could potentially get out of a scrape.
I'm gonna let you know I'm more like a mech warrior. I'm not like a laser cannon. Like
Wick stays very silent.
Alright. Well, Dan, if you do wish to investigate that set of buildings, roll a percentile for me.
Alright. I mean, if everyone's against it, he won't do it, but...
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. Let's see. Alright, so you up to not do that, if my understanding is correct.
Yeah. Because, I mean, they are right. There are archers in the area. It could be potentially dangerous. Doesn't want to be stranded out there on his own.
Especially when our party is most known for sinking in water.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, you happen to make your way... climbing up some of the roads on the promenade. You manage to make your way down it on the other side and pass through some buildings over here. And as you make your way around here, you happen to make your way past Ijin's shrine.
Oh yeah, there's a shrine that we never went in because someone already picked it clean.
Did we actually know that for a fact, or was that the one where what's her face held up in? Hold up in?
It was the one that we got the puzzle cube from the wizard lady.
Yeah. And we checked to make sure it was the same cube with the same shrine
Okay.
while we passed by.
If you were to take a glance on the outside, yeah, you do see, Wiccan, at least you do see there's a, Almirage just kind of burrowing about, and as you approach, it sees you and it ducks down into its burrow.
Which is impressive for something with a horn on its head.
Mm-hmm.
Remind
Maybe
me what
it
they
uses
look
the
like
horn
again.
like a drill.
It's like a rabbit with a unicorn horn on its head.
It's a bunny corn from Dragon Quest.
My favorite creature from Dragon Quest.
You know, back where I came from, we would call that a jackalope.
A neat little creature.
Bunnies are the devil. They eat my carrots.
Well, these aren't that bad.
They are terrible. They are a menace to my garden.
Are they a scourge?
Yes!
Zeno, remember, points at Wick, specifically the vine. I think they have a strong opinion on herbivores.
That is a very fair point, yes.
It would seem that any rodent would have a strong negative impression on you. Morvex just kind of looks down at you ponderingly.
I will turn them into stew.
Man's good eating.
Indeed.
Rabbits, I would imagine so, but I can't say I've ever had Almirage.
I mean, it can't be that different from rabbit.
Is it weird that I found that the last time I had rabbit, it tasted like chicken?
Oh, what's a chicken?
It is a bird. It is very fat and tasty.
Ooh. Oh, that sounds wonderful.
You know the axe beaks. You know the axe beaks you get around here.
Oh, yes.
Imagine them
Smaller.
much smaller and without like a prominent weapon.
Hardly a fitting battle for your meal.
Well,
No, but they lay such wonderful eggs.
It sounds like your version of axe beaks are a lot simpler.
Yeah, that's why people like to keep them.
Yeah, one of the properties is that, yes, they're really easy to upkeep and maintain in high quantities. So what they lack in size, they can make up in the speed in which they can reproduce and restock.
Oh, so it's birds for what's that term?
Domestication.
Businesses, right? Businesses, is that biz? What is that word?
In business? I suppose so.
Yeah. I mean, granted, there's not much use for something like that over here. I mean, those eggs sound far too small for us.
Well, it's one of those things you're probably gonna have to think of once you start getting everything resettled here.
It would make for a charming import, I suppose. But that's not my place to judge. My place is to go ahead and make sure that we can go ahead and even reclaim this place in the first place.
I mean, that's fair.
I said
Alright.
place for one too many times in that sentence. I was like, ooh, was that the right word? I was like,
It's okay. Your guy's a beautiful himbo.
It's true. True. I love you, 8-int Minotaur.
By the way, I told Ed you're playing a bull. He was so happy. He said, "Be sure to worship the great god Chicago."
I'm sorry, we
No,
only worship Unk
no.
in this house.
I was gonna say,
And Shantae.
I want you to type to him, we worship the snail over Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah, we worship Snail-Addle, thank you. It's like Seattle, but
And
slow.
by all means, tell him that was from me. Snail comes first. Snail more important.
Might be able to stake that in during the post flashbang thing, but before we get too off track.
So what's the divine order, though? Shanti, Snail, Chicago?
Maybe put a few.
So-
Maybe put Chicago a little lower on the list. I'm sure there are some more.
I mean-
gods.
I mean, yeah. We'll be nice. We'll put Chicago above Dindar, the World Eater.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that'll do.
absolutely.
You put
Yep.
Chicago up on a level like you flow out the first syllable. It sounds like a She-Ra character. Who are you? Chicago. Ah, I see.
All right.
High winds.
Well, as you're pondering, theological choices, as you make your way around the banks here, a fallen tree bridges the river ahead. Its trunk is wider than a man and stretches more than 100 feet. On both banks lie ruined buildings.
Huh, that would have been a real impressive tree if it hadn't fallen.
I'm sure
Yes.
they make for a good bridge.
Perfect bridge. I could see if it will hold our weight. I'll stand up on one side and see if it works. Hold on.
All right. You manage to climb up on the tree, and yeah, it holds underneath your weight.
Oh,
Can I do a nature check to see how damaged or intact this tree is?
I'll help with that.
Sure, Elise. Give me an investigation check.
And while they're doing that, Wick is promptly following.
Go soft 20.
All right. Yeah, this tree looks like it's been here for a while. The tree's about 100 feet wide. It goes along here. And actually, as you're looking at the trunk of this tree, Tyrant Bane, you notice that, yeah, it's wide enough for probably to go double file across this, no problem.
If another one of you can go ahead and sit to the side, we can probably make it over faster.
Wick is already waddling.
Ah! Oh, I like this one. One step ahead of everything.
All right, so Wick, you're going ahead of Tyrant Bane across the...
Yep, he went right through his legs.
Just very small legs, just...
Yeah.
Well, I'll follow that.
All right.
Follow behind Wick. You went through my legs. That means I gotta stay behind you. It's the invisible rule.
At least we'll try to keep in the middle in case something bad happens and she can, try to get a hold of somebody.
Dan's gonna get on his broom and fly near the tree for the exact same reason, to catch anyone that slips off towards him.
All right. So
Yeah,
you go ahead and make your way across, or you start to babysit everybody making their way across.
I do have a question,
And-
Mila.
Yes.
What type of terrain would you consider this right now?
Crossing over the tree.
Just perhaps the ruins in general.
In particular, there's a pretty shoddy tower that you can kind of see on the other side of the river over there, and just overgrowth, random scattered stones and brush right about here, and a little bit on the opposite end where the tree landed.
Would you consider this forest?
Sure, a jungle is technically a forest.
Natural explorer. If this helps us any.
All right, fair enough. As far as movement pace, I'll allow it. And Wick.
Yeah.
As it takes you probably about it probably takes you about 30 seconds walking to make your way across the bridge. As you go to step off of the bridge, you hear a faint whiz, and you hear a thud as right in front of you lands an arrow.
Oh dear. Hurt an
And
enemy.
at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up an initiative tracker here, and actually, we'll do this theater of the mind, so I won't necessarily have to use the tracker. So, I'll just bring it up anyway, and just go ahead and roll initiative for me. Where is that? Here's the music I had in mind.
Oh no, it's so fast.
My
How
god,
the bongos.
Yuki's going after me. What is this?
Okay.
So he rolled that. Orvex.
Rabbit, you and I are in front, and we're gonna be dead last.
It's perfect.
Well, me and you need to re-roll, I guess, or to see who goes first between the two of us.
We got a few rerolls we have to do this time.
I mean, you can
Let's
just go
see.
first.
Actually, I have a 2, so...
Rolled a 3. Tyrant Bane rolled a 3. Dan Yoriyuki rolled an 8.
What is Yuki's modifier?
Let me check here.
+2.
Yep, 2.
So I guess either you two can roll off, or you can decide who gets to go first.
Like I said, Galuna can just go first.
Well, it's for me and Yuki, because we have the same one.
Yuki can go first, so she can run up someone and give the help action for you.
Okay.
That's okay.
Alright, so Zeno, Yuki, and then yeah, and then actually before that, Enoch actually goes after Zeno. So then after that will be, let's see, at least roll the 19.
Also, Rabbit, I'd like to cordially invite you to the bottom of the initiative. Me and Caitlin hang out here because we're the tanks.
That's fair. That's fair. Me too. Me too.
I also will occasionally be down there, waiting for everyone to take their turn to do some blasts of magic.
Orvex roll that 21. And whoever this mysterious archer is, they have a +3, so they rolled a 22.
Well, I hope that Dex is going towards their AC because, oh, this might be bad for them.
Alright, so Tyrant Bane, Wick, Zell, Dan, Tyrant Bane. Right, I forgot to roll for the brothers. Well, oh boy, hold on a second. Just scroll up here so I can find their names. Just give me a movie. Trilax and Chalor, right. They technically go between, they technically go after Enoch, so before Wick. Alright, so. That was on their turn. Everybody is basically surprised. Going back to the top of the turn order and back to him. Alright. Wow, for being such high up, it's just such bad rolls. That's a, That's only an 11 to hit. Yes, another arrow happens to land right next to you, Wick.
He blinks at the arrow.
Archery's not that great.
Nah, man, they're all just warning shots.
I see.
On my turn, I'm just gonna scoop you up like the big dog in the Looney Tunes commercial, in the Looney Tunes cartoon, with a tiny cat, and just go like, I don't know, and I'm just running down the hill.
All right.
Funny thing is that above game, Wink is our take.
All right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're lucky these arrows aren't hitting. I tell you what. At any rate, Orvex being on the opposite side of the river. Quick, are you all right?
He just looks at him.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Where are those shots coming from?
I think they are from over there.
He just points to wherever the direction flew.
Alright, well, we'll resolve what happens there. Orvex is going to... He's not going to go all the way across. He's going to move 60 feet across the log on the branch, so I'll just note that.
Our team is flawless. Where'd they go? Point. Ah, fantastic.
Well, no, listening to the bongos and knowing what Orvex looks like, I just imagine him doing the Shaggy Rogers run.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're right.
It's with the music, too.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Elise, it's your turn.
Alright, how far away from the other side of the shore are we?
100 feet.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can figure out where this mysterious archer is?
Sure.
23 on both sides.
23.
23.
You happen to catch a glimpse in that ruined tower that's right across the way from where that is. And I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal. You see a humanoid form represented by that in that tower.
Oh, it's a tabaxi.
Is he roughly 100 feet away from us?
He's about 150 feet or so, yeah.
Oh boy, about
I
to
think
pet my
I
pet.
think he's just on the edge of where I can fire without disadvantage.
That sucks.
Alright, well. I'll say that was your action to perceive him.
Okay, action search.
Alright. Yeah, go ahead and shoot.
I can't Hunter's Mark him because he's too far away, so... First shot is a 15.
Let's see. 15 on him. Oh.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
he has
that
partial...
actually hits.
I was gonna
That
say, I'm
just hits.
assuming he has partial cover because he's in a building.
Well, he's more or less on top of it. He's not exactly taking cover right now as after he took the shot, so yeah,
Alright.
hit him.
7 piercing. And then that second shot is a nat 20.
Alright, yeah, roll all the damage on him.
That's max damage plus 6. And then I cost the Slayer damage because he's been hit already.
Mm-hmm.
And that's doubled, so that's another 8 damage, so...
Jeez.
That would technically be...
So 8 plus 6.
8 plus 6 is 14, plus 4 is
19.
18. 23... 26?
So 22. Yeah, 22.
If we keep hitting this hard, he's just gonna be like health and have four liches. Have fun. Enjoy
you say
that.
that,
Enjoy
we've
that.
already.
Oh, what fun! I say.
Imagine how we felt. That was before we fought the dragon.
Yeah, the above game, all of us were shitting our pants. In character, we had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Oh, heavens to piss.
And as a free action, Elise is just gonna yell, "Show yourself!"
All right, you yell out for him to show himself. And yeah, anything else for your turn?
I'll try to move. I don't know if that's a good idea actually. I'll just stay at the base of the. I'll stay at the base of the tree.
All right, so you're gonna stay at the base on this side of the river. All right.
Yeah, on this side.
Gotcha. All right, next up will be Yuki.
All right, well, she's gonna run as close as she can and start barking at the tower. He's a bit high up for her to be able to get advantage to anyone.
All right, so she'll
I just
dash so that she's
scoop
60.
my hands around its muzzle to make it louder.
Oh wait, wouldn't I wait to go first? Because
Oh,
I
that's
rolled a
right. I forgot to
16.
write you down in the initiative. So my apologies, Dan. What would you like to
problem.
do?
So, I need to do some measurements here for that. So, how... Like, I'm above the water, but close enough to catch anyone who falls off the tree. So, how far is he away from me?
If you're just on the edge right over here, just kind of keeping tabs. From there to there, it's probably, I'll be generous to say, about 140 feet.
Alright, so I'm going to fly roughly 50 feet up, and that puts... Actually, I get in range for this before that. But Dan, with a smile on his face, is going to wave at the tower. Hello! Pull out his spell focus. And say, Trabem Lune! And, for Rabbit, because you're new here, a giant, like, swirling portal appears, and a big, scary moon appears out of it. And appears right above his head.
Oh, that's fun.
Alright, yep, Moonbeam. He passed his con save, so he only takes 2 points of damage.
Ah. Oh well. Good luck moving from that spot. You know what? I think I'll use my bonus action for my next week. My next jinx. Let me scroll to my jinxes here. Ignis Maleficia, and he starts glowing dark in a dark blue flame. And the next attack on him has advantage.
Ah, I see. Ching. All right. So next up then will be Yuki, I believe.
Yep, and she will do like what I said, run as close as she can and bark.
Yep, she'll dash 60 feet across. So that will be her turn. Zeno, it's now your turn.
So we all see him at this point right now, right?
You see, in order to get a good look at him, I should have had to roll a perception check real quick to see if you could see him. But, considering it's kind of glowing right now, I'll let you make a free action perception check with advantage. Because of the glow.
I mean, I figured because Elise pointed him out, it'd be easy to...
Use my inspiration to re-roll that.
If you wish.
Just because it, like, I want to be able to, like, a character I want to see. Okay, there we go.
16. Even from where you're at, you can't really see where he is at from where you're at.
Well, 1 second. Let me just see something. Yeah. Nope, I got nothing for this one. So I'm gonna just go ahead and hold an action just in case he pops up. I'm gonna shoot a crossbow bolt at him.
All right. And with that, we now come to Enoch.
Okay. Enoch's immediately gonna see that there's Wick in danger, so he is going to first Misty Step, total of, I believe it's 30 feet. Let me double check.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 30 feet, and then dash the remainder since that's a bonus action. So I'm about 10 feet away from Wick.
Alright, so yeah, you're about 90 feet on the log.
And then...
So 10 feet from the shore.
And then if you'll let me, like, do a perception check to try to see him, or if
Sure.
not, I might... Okay.
Yep, yeah, free action perception check with advantage because of the glow.
14, so I don't think I see him.
14, you can't see him.
Oh well. Enoch knows that there's danger, so at least he's close to just about the end of the bridge.
Alright. Next up will be... your brothers in arms, as they are going to use their actions to dash across. They get to about 60 feet. They manage to catch up with you, Tyrant Bane. And at this point, that would be their turn. Next up will be Wick.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I'm at the end of the tree, right? So how close am I to this dude?
From where you're at, you're about... Let's see, for the key there, that's... If you're right about there, yeah, it's about 100 feet.
Okay, so he's on a tower. I assume there's a door, right, to it?
If you wanted to make your way out towards it.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see, as far as from your distance from there, just about that. Let's see, that's about the perfect size for that. You could dash your way up towards the base of the tower.
Yes, I will. I will use my action to dash, but for flavor, he's literally just walking there. As everybody
Okay.
else is fighting.
Just very fast. Approaching
Alright.
so much speed.
Okay. While you're at it, Caitlin, roll a percentile for me.
Okay. 88.
88. Okay. Alright, that's good to know. Alright, so that will conclude your turn then, Wick. Next up will be Tyrant Bane.
Alright. Traditionally, I do not have the range to throw a javelin that far.
Correct.
So, what better way? Oh wait, no, that spell takes some time to cast. All right, different idea. I'm gonna follow Wick, but I'm gonna go ahead and if there's a door or a weak part of that tower, by howdy, am I gonna go ahead and try to crash on through so I can go ahead and go up the stairs?
Okay, let's see. I'll say you're about 30 feet back from the edge of the tree initially when he started taking shots.
Okay.
So, with your dash, you would be another 30 feet of movement to get you to the tower.
All right.
This guy's just plastered up at ye old book depository.
Wait, does that mean that we're in the grassy knoll?
Am I allowed to am I allowed to power bomb the tower? Yeah, no, that's what I thought. If there is a weak part of the wall, I could go ahead and just like, as I'm running towards the tower, I could clown car into it with my horns.
All right, Tyrant Bane, the Kool-Aid Man. Let's see.
See if I
Oh
can't.
yeah!
Call high or low for me, Rabbit. Call high
What's
or
up?
low. Call
High or low? High.
Yeah, this roll is high. I'll get to the result of that once it gets back to your turn. In the meantime, it is back to the top of the turn order, and it is our mysterious archer's turn.
Asking this because of the fact that I held action. If he attacks, does he actually pop out?
I'll say at least you'll see this because you passed with the perception check, but
I'm gonna roll his moonbeam damage because he is starting in it.
yep, go ahead.
That'll be 12 that he has to make the con save for.
He fails, so he'll take the full damage. Alright, so he'll take 12 points of damage. Ooh, you know what? As he takes the damage from the moonbeam, at least you see this. As he takes a sidestep out of the moonbeam, you see him raise his hands up in the air with the longbow in his one hand. And you see him throw the longbow down to the ground. And Wick and Tyrant Bane, I want you to give a quick perception check for me.
Oh boy. Let's see.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Perception.
We are team stupid. I love it.
Well, Tyrant Bane, you can't quite make out what he's saying, but Wick, you managed to catch a faint glimpse of what sounds like, well fought, I give up. And you hear a clatter as landing right next to you is a longbow.
Oh. Oh boy, it's raining bows. Look at what I found.
It's a fun victory. I didn't know there were bow trees.
Neither did I.
Fantastic.
Anyway, let's go through this door now.
There's a door right there.
Now here, after you.
It's my face right. Okay, yeah. There you go.
All right. So,
Side walk the door.
as you open the door, actually inside here, Wick, you would recognize it. Huddling in the corner are 3 veggie pygmies just kind of chilling out. And they instinctively look up at you and they start to cower in the corner.
Oh, do not mind us. We are just going to find the man that is shooting arrows at us. Excuse me.
Start walking up the stairs.
All right. And as you're about halfway up the stairs, you see I'll go ahead and see if I can get his picture for you guys.
I was also going to see if I could find the player handout to show Rabbit what a veggie pygmy looks like.
Oh yes,
should have it.
Mood Kindred.
Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. It's up on the screen if you want to take a look at the stream, Rabbit.
Oh, on the stream? It's on the... Oh my god, they look like the things from Oddworld.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, imagine them as like a lichen or mushroom meat kind of folk.
Awesome.
Oh, this bitch is gonna be a pain in the butt. There we go. Alright, yeah, I'll show this to everyone. You see this individual, Tyrant Bane and Wick.
A cat.
You see a feline shaped humanoid with leopard-like spots sporting a palm leaf headdress complete with studded leather armor and foot wrappings, as well as a quiver which is currently kind of strapped to his lower back. And you also see he has a a pair of short swords just at his sides, which, as he's making his way down, he just keeps his hands up. Well fought, but I give up.
Well, thank you. Although I didn't do anything.
Well, your friend certainly did a number on me, but...
Yes, they are
apparently
very strong.
I must be getting too old for this, really.
Oh, why were you assaulting people on the bridge?
Well, just hunting some new prey, but when the prey fights back, there's only so much that you can do.
Oh, I see. I see. It was a battle of strength.
Strength of the heart, strength of the bow.
Can appreciate.
Oh, go ahead, Rabbit. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, no, I can appreciate this. Though I must say, I think somewhere with a lot less foliage would have helped you. But it would have given away your position sooner, so I can understand why you did as you did. I'm tired, babe. The Omu. What's your name?
I am Bag of Nails.
Bag of Nails, huh? I like that name.
I do too. It's funny. Why bag of nails?
Hey, I'm not sure, to be honest. I've never quite understood why my mother would give me that name, but he just kind of begins to trail off a little bit. Please. And as everybody else kind of makes, at this point, is just kind of making their way across the tree. Yeah, you see this individual just with his hands up, and his one hand is just kind of sheepishly clawing at the back of his head, just kind of scratching it.
Guys, I have found a talking kitty.
See that? Hello.
You. With the long ears. I must admit that was a pretty solid shot you put on me. As he just kind of walks up, and you see your arrow actually found purchase in his shoulder pretty hard, and he just goes and just... He goes to rip it out of his shoulder. That's good to smart for a while.
As a show of goodwill, I can go ahead and fix that for you if you'd like. As he holds up his right hand and just wiggles it.
Oh, please, no need. I'll be fine. But as a token of apology, my camp's not too far from here. Come, I can cook you food for a long day.
Understandable. I appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Friendship.
We've befriended a mugger, Wick.
From enemies to friends in the blink of an eye.
I am super okay with this.
Well, you say that now. I'm just imagining a mugger. You punch him in the face. Okay, my bad. Let's go to McDonald's.
Hey,
We're
I want a
friends
Happy
now.
Meal.
That's the Spider-Man I want. Just, I give up. Let's go to Quiznos. That's better.
I have now been promised a Happy Meal. I am now your best friend.
Like with Spider-Man, it's, hey, you know that burger place that on the corner? Oh, the one that has really good burgers? Yeah, let's go there.
And I'm gonna explain to you why this is wrong. Over a burger and a shake, damn it.
All right.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna edge out of the bill. I've been done with that too many times.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of food and possibly taking breaks, this seems like a good time to take like a quick 5-minute.
All right.
All right.
I will grab some water.
My apologies if my mic is picking it up, but there is a thunderstorm going on outside my apartment.
Actually, no. You're good.
Yeah, I haven't heard
Didn't
anything.
hear at all.
Thank you, Chaotica Eyeball. You're doing your job.
I mean, yeah, like right before the stream started, I had super strong winds, but then jump in the call. Okay, yeah, no, thank you, St. Louis weather. Continually chaotic neutral.
All right. Yeah, very nice. But be right.
So hey, chat, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying the show. Oh. But yeah, no. Sorry for any of those who tune in or catching this on YouTube and realized, hey, there wasn't a Save by a Spell episode. Yeah, it turns out Xfinity over in around Pennsylvania, where our DM, J Frost, is, decided, yeah, we're just going to go down around the entire city for the better part of like 10 hours. You're not doing anything with the internet, right? So, and then because of the fact that Easter's coming up and we have some people traveling for the holiday, we won't have any Save by Spell until the 23rd. So we want to thank anyone for waiting on that. It at least gives people like me who help the DM out in the background to roll up all the NPC character sheets. I only have 3 left. Yay. Oh, but while everybody's gone, I'm going to take me a drink. Oh, that hits good. That hits good. It would also help if I had a cigarette. There we go. Oh, hey, Rabbit. Welcome back.
Hey, what's going on? Just working on a couple things.
Yeah, I'm just keeping the stream happy. How's your week been going, even though it's still pretty early?
Oh, well, next question. How are you, Vaughn?
Extremely tired, aside from the sleep issues I told you about earlier. And like I was just telling Stream, I'm helping get things ready for our Strixhaven game, even though we don't have like anything going for the next couple weeks because of internet and Easter issues. But I've already rolled 21 character sheets for NPCs, and I'm working on the last of the next 13 that need to be done. So 3 more, yay!
Hooray!
Yeah, I wish Wizards would have given the NPCs like decent stat blocks, but I took a look at them while helping our DM with stuff, and it turns out, yeah, no, they barely count as wizards, and the whole point is going to wizard school, so you want to have actual wizards, so just give them character levels. It's fine. More HP for the NPCs. The only problem is when I get the ones that are second years, and it's like, oh, you're level 7, so you got, oh, that's a lot of spells. That's a lot of spells.
Too many spells. Too many spells for one man.
Oh, yeah, especially when you remember, oh, yeah, well, even at baseline, wizards get 2 spells for every level they get, and if you're 7th level, that means you're up to 4th level spells. So many spells. And then it's like, oh hey, we have different types of schools here. So we got some paladins. So we got some NPCs that no one else but me realized are walking around with a 20 AC, being like, oh hey, what up, dog? You actually can say that to some people. There are some dog folk. People don't remember that D&D actually did make a dog race.
I have returned.
Hello.
As have I.
Hello.
Well, hey.
Yeah,
I never left.
nice. Alpha Rat's very much enjoying the cow and pumpkin comedy hour. I mean, we've got a bumpkin, a pumpkin, and now a himbo.
Right. Right.
What I found funny when Bag of Nails said you with the long ears, I feel like before he mentioned the shot to the shoulder, all 3 of the elves in the party looked at each other.
Oh no, El Robot has it right. Tyrant Bane isn't a himbo, he's a himbull.
Good point.
I also love that, like, with Tyrant Bane smites, he just becomes Shaman King.
Oh god, you're right.
How do I make my weapon better? I just make it bigger with a ghost inside.
I don't think I ever saw Shaman King. I've heard of it.
Back in the early 2000s, that used to be my jam for the few episodes I saw.
Yeah.
Can't say I remember it much anymore, but
4Kids had a really hard
Remember-
time adapting it because even with it toned down for anime, there's still a lot of death in that series because, you know, ghosts.
uh-huh.
I
just
for
remember there
one-
was
Sorry.
I just remember there was that one character with the large freaking pompadour that was the basically the school bully, and I was like, oh yeah, I can totally see that trope playing out now.
Yeah, no, Rio was a pleasure.
I, for one, really enjoyed Zatch Bell.
I enjoyed reading the manga and crying like a bitch.
I've never read the manga, I just saw it on Toonami for the short amount of time it was on there.
Yeah, that manga creator is much like Ichiro Oda. I dare you not to cry at my work. Don't worry, I'll wait for you to fail. Well, once DeLuna gets back, I think we're all ready.
Alright.
I think so.
Yeah.
Also,
Sorry,
if we... Oh. Go right ahead, DeLuna.
I was gonna say, sorry it took so long.
Oh, you're fine. Though, if we find one more race of animal people in here, I'm going to change the name from Omu to Furcadia.
Arcadia.
I mean, we got snake people for the scalies. We got cat people. We got cow people. What
You
was the
got
other-
kobolds.
Yeah, no.
Sure, you got some dragon
people.
boys?
Has every battle encounter been stop them from fucking? No, then it's not the furry place.
I mean, you have seen Grung. Oh, have you seen Grung here?
We
yeah,
said-
I've
yeah,
seen
we
the
said
Grung.
one.
Grung.
And also, we don't know, okay? We've been here several days. There's several cycles where they could be fucking. Just haven't come in on it. Luckily.
True. Thankfully, we have not gone and done someone doing the deed.
I'm so glad I decided not to drink at that, because it's like, god damn it, 2 sessions in a row where I would have done a spit take.
But yeah,
I'm still proud of you, Rabbit. You're the first person that made me snort water through my nose from last session.
Man,
I did that a little while ago, pre-stream.
I mean, a bunch of kobolds just Daffy Ducking it. Like that's that's what I'm expecting to see throughout the jungle.
all right. Well, I think everyone's back now, so I'm gonna throw it on over to the live scene.
All right. Yeah, this seems a little more appropriate. As all of you are led by a bag of nails, he actually takes you to the south of where that tower was. Right next to where that waterfall would have been that goes into the chasm, there is a set of ruins that were right down there, and he cuts his way through there, and you see him as he stops at the entrance, and he waits for you all to follow him.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Alright.
I mean, he's thoroughly outnumbered, so Enoch's at ease.
Oh no,
Yep.
rabbit! We lost the rabbit.
Oh, no.
Rabbit poof. Oh, wait.
There we go.
My computer wanted to update. I had to slap it really hard.
Ah,
Say,
okay.
Not today, Satan! Update.
Yeah, no, I had to go ahead and just like really crack because it's like I'm updating. I went the fuck you are.
At any rate, just to recap, Rabbit, in case you missed it, he leads you along the river's edge on the east side to a set of ruins that are kind of adjacent to the waterfall that drops into the chasm. to the lava flow, and he stands outside of it, and he waves all of you to follow as he steps in through an archway, and there's a set of stairs that actually descend downward into a basement.
Interesting place for a camp. Nice find.
It's actually very nice. Very close to a vantage point, and not much else tends to bother me here.
True, this is probably the only the open place we've found aside from a secret tunnel.
And
You
as
here
you-
alone?
Yes, it's only me here. As he begins to drop his swords, he undoes the buckles and straps for him, lays them down, and you see there's a simple campfire, or remains of a campfire. He goes to start lighting it. Yes, just me all by myself here. Within
Can I
these
insight
ruins.
that?
What do you want to insight?
That he is actually alone here.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Natural one.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, you believe him.
The duality.
The two sides.
Heaven or hell. Round one. Let's
To be-
rock.
To be fair, Dan, not the most insightful about people in general.
Yeah. Okay, I
Right.
believe you.
I've come here in the prime of my days to seek out a hunter's death. And at this point, he has a pot which he has off to the side, and you also see he has a kind of a spit that he has hanging across the.
And what hunter's death would you be referring to?
Well, to die either in the pursuit of big game or to have the game consume it is the truest honor that an old hunter like myself can have in life.
Then we have something in common.
Oh? You fancied it? I figured with you since you're such a good shot with the bow. Ah! And as he begins to strap the pot over the campfire, he goes off to one side. It's not much, but here, I found some axe beaks that I have cut up. I'll make a fine stew for you for what I've got with that.
Much appreciated.
Well, free eats is free eats.
Dan's gonna ritual cast detect poisonous seeds just to be sure. I mean, we were actively fighting this guy before. And Dan doesn't trust new people that fast.
Well, while you're taking 10 minutes to cast it, Enoch is eating.
Yep, that's his wick.
Okay. Dan, could you collect detect poison for me, please?
There you go.
Location of poisons. We'll say at this point, as he's kind of getting everything set up at this point, Dan. In the set of bags that he has, kind of off in the corner, and you kind of see him kind of make his way up towards it, you do detect some poison that is within those bags.
But nothing in the food that we've got in front of us.
Not that he's prepared yet, but as he's going to, but yeah, you see him reach into that bag in order to start to pull some stuff out of it.
Dan's gonna look over at Bag and goes, "What you got in the bag, friend?"
Oh, just some herbs to help season up the egg-speak.
And then Dan with his glowing eyes. Huh, that's interesting, because looks to me like poison. His arcane focus glowing lightly.
All right. Let's see. How do I want to handle this?
And we'll say that with a smile on his face, as if nothing wrong is happening right now.
Yeah, it's just a couple of bros poisoning each other. It's fine.
Yeah, as you do. What's a bit of poison between friends, right?
Yeah, just, it's not weird.
I just imagine Enoch's like holding a wing and then just looking up.
Yeah, Elise was like starting to eat and then heard poison and then just slowly look up.
If
at
you've
the
had
guy.
Diablo sauce, then you've had poison. Just eat it. Eat it.
He pulls
It's
out
just-
he pulls out a bottle. It's just called cilantro.
It's just a prank, bro. Gosh.
Cilantro would be poison. Ah, yes, cilantro, the soap of herbs.
The devil's lettuce right there. The real devil's lettuce. And leads everything.
First you deny me my hunter's death, now you deny me a chance to... I was hoping I could also try to find my lost son in here, but even that seems like it's nigh impossible.
Son? You aren't actually going to poison us now, were you?
How about you roll an insight check for me with that tyrant maid?
Oh, good. That's my best trait. Let's go, brain. Put 2 and 2 together. Oh. I've...
I don't know. Perhaps this is just some fool's errand that I've been just running myself on.
What, trying to poison people with a cooking mistake, or you mentioned something about your lost son. That definitely is cause for alarm. It would make a man do crazy things.
It was told that there are being artifacts located somewhere within Omu as well, but maybe there's something, but I was told that there's a treasure located somewhere in here called the Navel of the Night Moon.
Navel of the Night Moon. This thing would help you find your son?
So I've been told, but my search in here through the ruins has just been all for naught. And he just kind of, at this point, he takes all the grease that he has in the hand and he just chucks it off to the side. And Dan, you hear the vial just smash against the wall.
Poisoning us wouldn't have gotten you any closer.
Yeah.
As he saunters over to he kind of saunters over towards the other corner of the room. It just stops and starts looking over his short swords, which are currently on the ground. Perhaps I was just a fool about this whole endeavor the whole time.
I'll pour truth serum on the food. I know it's truth serum. Shit! I don't know where our alignment is with him. Was he trying to deliberately poison our food? Like,
with that insight check, you're not sure.
of course I'm not sure.
I tried.
That said, Wick is just going to silently use his Helm of Telepathy.
Alright, so you're just detecting the surface thoughts of Bag of Nails?
At the moment.
Okay. You sense regret, shame, disappointment, slight flits of anger here and there, and as he's looking down at the short swords, you feel a little more anger swell up.
Wick's little eyes are going to glow a little bit,
Please do not resist.
and he's going to delve deeper.
Okay, so alright, that's gonna be a wisdom saving throw. You stay out of my head! And he goes to reach down and he's going to grab the short sword. And I
Real
need
quick,
everybody to
before
roll
he does
initiative.
that, Zeno's gonna cast Frostbite on his hands.
Well,
So that the instant he touches the sword, like it like frost builds up on him.
alright, well, we'll resolve that a little bit as I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative again.
I was gonna cast Charm Person, but that works too. I was just seeing if that was touch or if it was a range, and it is range.
You want me to roll for that one?
Just
9. 19.
Initiative is a 17.
Alright, so let's see. Zeno, 17 from Zeno. Then it's a 13 from Elise. Then it is 12 from Enoch. Then it's a 10 from Orvex, who has a +1 modifier. Then it's a then it's Tyrant Main after that. Oh, I forgot Dan actually rolled a 19. So
No, Yuki rolled a 19. Dan rolled a
Yuki.
9.
Alright, so Yuki with an 18. My apologies.
It's alright.
9 from Dan. And actually it goes Orvex. Then the boys. Then Tyrant Bane. Then Dan. And then Wick. I need to find some fitting music for this.
This is like that scene in the Western where everybody draws.
Yeah.
What even works for this? This perhaps?
Ooh.
Nah, not quite. You know what? Sure.
Yeah, I think this one works.
Alright, so. This is probably gonna be. Oh, where are you? Bag of nails. You look at your stat sheet again. Wick, as you see as Bag of Nails snaps as you attempted to pry into his brain, you see him in a flash go and draw the short sword down from its sheath. And you see him charge towards you, and he gets advantage because he goes first in the initiative before you. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh boy, I'm so sorry. This is gonna hurt. You take 6 plus another 46. 19 points of piercing damage, plus I need you to... Oh, this is good. 1, 2, 3. So 19 piercing damage, plus... $24 points of poison damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You get a +3 to that Constitution. Thanks, Aura of Protection.
Oh boy. Hold on. That's. Jeez, that almost knocked me all the way out. That almost one-shot me. Constitution save, right?
Mm-hmm.
18.
You pass, so you only take half of this additional damage, which is...
He might one-shot me.
Mm.
An additional 12 points of poison damage.
Sorry,
he
I didn't know this breed of cat was Tarrasque.
Yeah, he one-shot me.
Holy fuck.
Well then, now we no longer feel bad about what's about to happen to him.
Sweet mother of God. Okay.
I was thinking about trying to keep him alive for questioning, but
Yeah.
maybe not.
You just see as his eyes just are just stone crazy and snarling, and from his fangs, he's gonna look next to you, Tyrant Mane, and he's going to just reach out with his claws and slash at you.
Lol.
Lamau.
That's a 19 to hit.
That matches.
Wow.
Let me guess, 429 damage?
No, only 4.
Okay.
I feel like there's a little bit of a discrepancy with the damage here.
I know.
I feel like there's a little bit of a difficulty tweak that needs to be addressed.
I'm sorry, but
Nerf cat! Nerf cat! Nerf cat!
It's alright, it's fine.
Too
It's
bad.
fine.
Man, Bag
fair.
of Meals is OP.
And I'm sorry, Caitlin, but you probed into his... Rick probed into his mind, he saw you as a threat, and he snapped. So that's why
Oh, no,
he
that's
just started
fine.
at you for
No
the main
wonder
attack.
there's, like, no psychiatrist in Faerun. They just fucking explode.
Yeah.
I'm
Jesus.
sorry, Caitlin.
There used to be, but they all got killed by their patients.
I'm
They're holding
wondering
everything in.
Bag of Nails is no joke. But anyway, that concludes Bag of Nails' turn. That'll bring us to Yuki now.
Well, she's gonna run up and bark for advantage.
Alright, Zeto.
Alright, so seeing that, I'm gonna go ahead and change what I said I was gonna do, because seeing Wick go down like that is gonna really set him off. And yeah, can you paint me a picture, like where is he compared to everyone else?
If we're keeping this within theater of a mind, this is about a 30-foot room for the basement.
Is he near anybody in
He's next to Tyrant Bane, and we'll say the fire's about 10 feet from that, so if you and Dan were probably close to that. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and actually draw a map out for this and just make this easy.
I need to see it as only for one thing, because like I said I wasn't going to have him cast a spell, but seeing Wick go down like that, no, Zeno's going to actually cast an actual spell and say like, fuck it, throw caution to the wind. He's not losing another friend or in this thing, in this place.
Alright, let's go ahead and get this room started here. Just see. Alright, close enough. We'll see. That. Drag fight. There we go. Loop that again. We'll see. Alright. I basically have the basement set up for, we'll say, bag of nails is right there. Wick is right here. Tyrant Maid will say that you're right next to him over here. And then the fire is currently right there. The pot. And then over in the corner on this side is where he has his bags and stuff. Right there. So everybody else can go ahead and place your minis in that square.
Well, I know Yuki's gonna be up close and personal with him.
Yep.
Let's say Dan is, I think, right there.
Enoch flanked by the bull guards.
The boys.
Zeno's gonna be right there.
And this is man, this is bonkers. Freaking bag of nails displaying prime maidenless behavior. Not
Really is.
No maidens.
maidenless
No
behavior.
maintenance for him. Alright, so what were you gonna do there, Zeno?
So, I move myself right there. I'm gonna make sure that Yuki does not get hit.
Mhm.
It's a 5-foot frame, and it's a lightning bolt.
Oh no.
Alright. Well, you
Like,
know the drill. Roll the
I know the
20.
drill. I'm doing this for, like, he is mad. Like, he just saw a friend of his go down for what looked like no reason. And well, boom.
Alright, so a dexterity saving throw.
For those in chat, it looks like this. And Yuki is not affected though.
He passes with a 15, so he'll only take half.
You wanted a warrior's death? Well, I think you're about to get one!
He'll take 16. As your lightning bolt just strikes him and grazes him, it hits him hard along the side of the cheek. Alright. Next up is Elise.
Real quick, if anyone looked at Zeno right now, you see that, like, just as like defeated and sad he looked when he found out what happened to Kupalue, is the complete opposite. He is furious at the fact that Wick just got basically or knocked down like that.
Firmly backhanded.
Oh yeah. All right, so this boy's getting hunter's marked,
Alright.
and shot number 1 is a 26.
That'll hit.
12 piercing. He has taken damage, right?
Yep, he is still damaged from earlier.
All right, there is 20 points of damage right there.
Alright, Elise. How do you want to do the shot?
Sees Wick go down, looks and sees Zeno in in a rage and hears him yell, "If you want a hunter's death, you're going to get it." And Elise just kind of, sort of leans her head down a little bit, like seeing another person who shared her ideals. It's kind of hard to do it, but at the same time, she kind of realizes, hey, this man's about to kill us, kill or be killed, and then just straight between the eyes.
And as he nail him square between the eyes, he stumbles backward, his back hitting the wall, the stone wall of the basement, and as he just slides down, jaw agape as he slumps dead.
Call points of healing to Wick.
All right.
Not
Yeah, I'm gonna
losing.
say, Wick, that's probably gonna leave a quite the nasty mark with what Bag of Nails just did to you.
Oh. Okay.
And then I'm searching this guy.
All right.
I'm searching his bags.
Okay, so we'll start
y'all,
with
real quick. You all hear Zeno. Not losing another friend.
While that's going on, Enoch's just gonna throw the wing he was eating into the fire, walk over, grab Zeno by the coat, and just say, outside.
Ow.
He follows him outside.
All right. While Zeno is being let outside, Elise, you find he has 18 arrows in his quiver. He has studded leather armor on, and aside from that, unless you picked up the longbow, he currently does not have that on him.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
All right. It's just a normal longbow. Not much special on it. And Dan, while you're looking inside there, you find there's another hollowed out gourd that's inside the mess that's over here, and you hear a clanking inside of it, and you look inside. You see in this gourd there are 5 vials. Which, if your detect poison is up, you are still able to detect that. Yeah, there is poison there.
I think it also says something about being able to tell what kind of poison it is. You also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. So, what kind of
Okay.
poison are all these?
These are midnight tears. They're a very potent poison that, per their namesake, doesn't take effect until midnight.
And do I know exactly what they do? Are they like a deep sleep poison, or are they a to kill poison?
They're a toxic poison. And actually, let me look up the stats for midnight tears real quick.
And then the other
Yeah.
question I'd have for this is this a poison that people can easily make, or is this something like, say, oh, I don't know, a hag might produce?
Is this hag-like in nature?
You get the feeling that with enough time and resources, probably, if with enough time and resources, you could venture that, a hag probably could make this, but, as far as midnight tears themselves, a creature that ingests this poison suffers no effect until the stroke of midnight. If the poison has not been neutralized before then, the creature must succeed a DC 17 Constitution saving throw taking 96 points of damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Well,
Dan will announce to the room. So, this is Midnight Tears. Apparently his plan was for us to go to sleep, and the poison would eventually kill us all in our sleep when it activated.
What a foolhardy thing for him to do.
Alex.
I,
Thing.
I tried to read his mind to see how dangerous it was. He clearly didn't like that very much.
No, he didn't, little one. Yeah, let me see what I can do for you.
At this point, me and would probably be out on the outside, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and cut to you two as you're being led outside, upstairs, and out the door.
Yeah, as soon as we get outside, what's your armor class?
12.
Oh, 13 hits, so you just get punched right in the face with a metal fist.
Ka-chung.
Did you think for even a moment before doing that? You saw how small that room was. What would you have do if it happened again? At this point, Enoch's hand is turning into a sword, and he's just pointing at you on the ground. Well?
I didn't think. Do you really think that I would have just done that if I hadn't known that would have been fine?
Yes,
Have you
because
not
that seems to be the
noticed?
history that you bring to this table.
Have you not noticed? I haven't been using any of those types the entire time since after it happened.
All I'm gonna say is, you need to think about every time you cast. Every mistake could end up...
I think about it every single time I cast one of those spells. I think it's going to either help us or it's going to fuck me over like it's fucked me over in the past. Like it fucked everything right now. I am not losing another friend. That includes you. Do you really think I didn't put two and two together when I saw what I did? You think I don't feel bad about what happened to Kupalue? I killed a friend of mine, and I hated it. It's different than if I killed someone, I don't know, that was trying to kill me back. He didn't deserve that. No one ever does, I guess. But unfortunately for both of us, it's a bit of an ask to try to do things civil. I can't control it yet. I'm working on it. But I feel that if I don't do anything, then I'm just as useless as anyone else. I can do something. Does that make sense to you?
Enoch's just gonna turn his hand back into its normal form and just go, well, you better start working harder. And he's gonna head back inside.
Okay, thank you for letting me have it. I've been working on what I was gonna say for that and start like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, no,
Well
that was good.
Well done,
Yeah.
you two. Take an inspiration, each of you, for that.
I still have my other inspiration, but I will remember.
We'll take two. They're small.
Take
Drinking.
two. If you want to give one, you can.
It's like Tic Tacs.
Yeah, like, because above game, like I said, Zeno is, like, he is very pissed off at himself more than anybody because of the fact that it ended up with a friend of his being killed. And, like, I know that in, like, above game, it doesn't, like, it's like, yeah, it was a mistake, but there was really nothing I could have done for it.
All right. Well, eventually you'll see Enoch start to walk in. And I'm gonna guess Zeno staggers in as well.
For flavor, how much damage did you do with that punch?
I think unarmed strike is just my strength, so you will have taken 2.
Yeah, like I was like,
Take 2 character building damage.
Just be glad that nothing bad happened. Otherwise, you would have caught the actual hand, and we all know how bad that would have been.
yeah.
Just out of mild curiosity, I don't need to hear details, but did we at least hear the shouting?
How audible was it?
He was
was wondering
shouting
that
like
myself.
basically at max volume, so
Yeah, I'll say you guys would have heard that as you were getting healed up.
Alright, not gonna do anything about it, just curious. At least not yet.
Yeah. As they walk into the room, Elise is gonna look up and say, "Is everything okay?"
Enoch's not going
I
to really
think so,
parse
right?
anything and just kind of go up and be like, "Do we find anything useful on him?"
Let's see. That reminds me. On top of the midnight tiers that were in that pile over there, you have basically enough materials on hand. There's a mess kit, some pots and pans. If you just kind of scramble all that stuff together, you have enough to make one full explorer's pack. Oh,
Well, I discovered his plan was to poison us. With these, he hold up the gourd of midnight tears, and the poison activates in our sleep, and boom, dead.
Huh.
We have enough here for probably a decent amount of supplies.
I wonder what he would have done when he realized I didn't sleep. Either way, Enoch's going to walk over to his sword, pick it up, and just detect magic on it.
Yeah, you cast detect magic on it, and yeah, you're not able to detect any magic on it. However, you do see there's a kind of a bluish tint to the blade.
Just going to run his non-metal finger over and see if it's wet.
Elise, answer the question.
It's dried up, but
Okay.
yeah.
Just basically disseminating, okay, it had poison on it.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate, Zeno's gonna look at Elise and go, to answer your question, no. But unfortunately, I have to deal with that.
Kind of looks at him, looks at Enoch. So be it then.
Alright, well, we still got food here. It's not been poisoned yet, so we might as well rest. Then we can see about getting the Tyrant Bane's people.
Right.
That sounds well to me. All of you seem to carry a lot of burdens on your shoulders. It's not my place to ask them. Wait, come here. I'll see if I can't patch you up a little bit further, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Just take a sit on that. He just idly takes a piece of rubble just into a seat and sit there.
He hops on.
There you go. And I'm going to where are you slashed at, actually? Now that I think about it.
Say what?
Where are you slashed at, actually?
I'm at 12 out of 53, so yeah, he's low.
Cool. He's just gonna go ahead and with his big minotaur hand. I imagine you're just really small. I just ensconce you like a small like.
He is 2.5 feet tall, so yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I ensconce you with my hands, and you just restore 34 HP.
Ah, thank you.
Wick is basically a Pez dispenser to you.
Wick squeaks a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I got blep here. I'm just let me just. There you go.
Oh, thank you. I feel much better.
That TFS joke of every time Goku gets squeezed, he squeaks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right. So,
That should be good.
so do you guys want to attempt a short rest, a long rest?
Personally, I can do short.
Yeah,
'Cause
short
I'm-
might be good.
Shirt race.
Sure, it's all right.
I'm pretty sure a short rest would be okay.
Oh no, the short rest button and long rest button are gone.
Yeah, I
know,
noticed
it's
they
so
got rid
messed
of
up as
them.
that.
Why are you doing this to
things.
They
me?
just give me things and throwing it away.
In the Arms of an
Yeah.
Angel plays RIP from 2022 to 2022.
Yep, for one whole week.
Oh my god, I'm back at back because of that.
I actually get my action surge back on a short rest, so cool.
Right. Hey, before we take a short rest, I'm gonna go ahead and do a thing for you kids.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm going to channel divinity, and you guys are gonna restore 1d6 plus my modifier. You might spend less hit dice that way.
Ooh, well, yeah, that'll actually save me my hit dice.
See, there you go. 4. Take 4 sweet little HPs.
Oh boy.
I mean, that gets you back up to full.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Nice.
my job's done for me.
I didn't have to attack. I didn't have to roll. That would have got me back to back because I was at 4.
There you go.
So I do have 2 questions before we leave this area. One is, does Dan have any idea of the spell Speak with the Dead? Because I'm curious if you'd even have the idea to ask any of the holy casters, hey, do you have this one particular spell so we can talk to that guy and see if he answers anything?
Suppose you can make an Arcana check.
17.
You've probably heard of magic that can allow people to communicate with the dead.
Alright. So, before I ask my next question, Dan will walk up to Wick and Tyrant Bane and ask, would either of you have any way to speak with the dead? I feel like we could get more information out of Bag of Nails here before we head off.
I do have a spell, although I would need a longer rest to get the spell.
Is there a time limit on that spell? Because, I mean, I don't think he's going to get any deader.
Oh, well, let me just search in my memory banks real quick. Give me 1 second.
Stares up at the ceiling. Hey, Shanti, could you help me out here?
Let me.
I don't think there's
Let
a
me
time limit on Speak with Dead.
Yeah,
Let me
I don't think so
confer.
either.
Let me consult the tome.
Yeah, I think
What does the tome say?
I think the only caveat is they have to have a mouth, so I think we're good.
Yep, he clearly has a mouth still, so yes.
Yeah.
No, I think it would be fine. He has a mouth.
Alright. I definitely think it'd be a good idea to ask him some questions about why he thought poisoning us would help him find his son in any way. Because I get the feeling that somebody put him up to this.
It does feel rather strange. I do wish the helmet would have worked, because I don't think he was being very truthful.
Worst case scenario, you might have a vengeful spirit, but I'm very effective at taking care of them.
Oh, samesies. You too?
You can slay spirits too?
I can make them explode.
It's true.
Oh
We've seen
my,
it.
oh my goodness. If you were not already part of a tribe. Oh. Trailing Sailor, wouldn't they be a great tradition to the tribe? I'm speaking to my turn. No, that's not to me, that's to the elder.
I could be a
It's to the elders.
I could be a spirit cow. A cow
He
with
just
a-
stops and he just looks slowly at you.
He
You
blinks.
can look like me, but like a spirit.
Indeed.
You are a wonder.
He just his little eyes just beam.
I'm so glad we were able to pull you from the situation you were in. I don't know why he suddenly went and attacked us all. Especially since it was 1 against 8 of us.
9, I think.
9, yes.
I feel it might have been because of the, Dan will tap his head. The mind probe just really ticked him off and made him irrational.
I will admit
Well-
that I was not expecting him to be that angry. Not
Well, as
really
you
hurt.
saw from me, anger makes you do stupid stuff.
Wick looks between Enoch and Zeno.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and set up a camp here then, if you do want to go ahead and talk to him. I'll see what I can do about maybe preserving the body for you.
Actually, it would be a smart idea. He already had this place set up, basically.
Honestly, if this is his best case scenario, whoever might have put him on a payroll, if he did work for somebody, might be coming back around here. Although why is a mystery to me.
I have 2 theories.
Tell me your
One
theories.
is the Yuan team may have had something to do with it. Maybe they had his son, and if he found this magical item, they would return his son to him. My other theory is that Peggy Deadbells has his son, because we know she's somewhere in this region. And a stolen child, a magical artifact, intensely powerful poison, just stinks of hag meddling.
Oh, we're on the other side of the water now, aren't we?
Yep.
That's true.
Oh, well, I've been patiently waiting for that.
Well, while we're waiting, I want to just, where's the thing? Where's the thing? Locate creature.
I'm gonna look for a hag.
All right, look at the creature. Name it a hag. Yeah, you do not detect any hags nearby.
At least I gotta look at Wick. Do you want me to try?
He blinks.
Oh, you don't sense anything.
I think I can go a little bit. I can go the wider distance, but I don't have I wouldn't have an accurate location. But if she is there, I would at least detect it.
Maybe
You're
try.
talking about your primeval awareness?
The first time I bring this up in the entire game.
For certain, it is not within 1,000 feet of where we currently are. And that sounds like quite a lot.
All right, so could you click primeval awareness for me, Elise?
I think I can. I think I can make it to 6 miles. And this is technically favored terrain, so I can do up to 6 miles. And I'm gonna expend my last 2nd level spell slot, so I can do this for 2 minutes.
Okay. You sense whether the following types of creatures are present.
It doesn't
Well-
reveal the creature's location or the number, but I can get some semblance of ping.
You definitely detect undead. And
She'd be looking for face specifically.
Wick glows next to you.
you do not get a read on any Fae in the area.
She'll sigh. No, she's still too far away if she is here.
Although, you do detect fiends, too. I'll say.
Wait. Fiends.
Right, it might be. Could be a night hag.
Possibly. Or it could just be a straight demon or devil. We are in undead. Wouldn't
I
make
have
sense.
to double check to make sure if that's the thing. My apologies.
No, I know night hags are definitely fiends.
There's also a niece hags, which hopefully not us.
Hagwitch.
What is that?
Well, while you guys are figuring that out, Enoch's just gonna turn his hand into his rapier, cut off a drumstick from the bird that's currently on the spit, and just kind of head outside. I'll take watch. Since it's much smarter to have a watch outside of an enclosed area than it is from within.
I can also set an alarm just outside your reach, so we'll know.
Alright.
How do you do watches around here?
Well, I do all of them. Some people sometimes help. Part of this, he just smacks his head. I don't sleep no more.
So, Wick can slay spirits, and you're an unyielding sentinel.
I guess.
What an amazing pair of explorers you are. Well, this canyon goes in two directions. If you want to go ahead and watch one, we can. Me and my soldiers can go ahead and we can go ahead and keep watch on the other side. Trade off for a while. That way you don't get ambushed.
That's fair.
Not many people want to go toe to toe with a Sunblade.
I can understand that sentiment.
I'll take first watch then. Trailinx, Chaylor. You take the second, and Chaylor, you the third. Is that fine?
It shall be so, brother.
Fantastic. All right. Oh, how exciting.
All right, so
Dan will set up his alarm
second.
over by Enoch's side.
And Laura's third. Who's having the rest of the watches?
At least I'll take one of the later watches.
All right, so at least on the fourth.
Well, Enoch technically on all of them because again, he's got nothing better to do.
Enoch on all. Does anybody want to help cover on first watch?
Yeah, I'll help.
All right.
Oh no.
I think this one might require. So, are you guys just gonna be camping in Bag of Nails' house then?
Basically.
We have killed an assassin, and we're living in his house. This is amazing.
That reminds me.
This is
Reminds me,
pure
where-
D&D right here.
You keep what you kill.
Where'd those veggie pygmies go, by the way?
They were in the tower. They were in the
Yeah,
tower.
they were in the tower. They were
the
just
other way.
Oh,
cowering
okay.
in the corner.
Yeah, and just chillax.
If we do nothing, maybe they'll just forget about us.
It's cold in here, and we might die.
Yeah. And for brevity, I'm just gonna bring you guys back over to the random map for the basement.
Good, I'm sure that means absolutely nothing.
And then I'll just draw about the same size for the shape for the second floor. Or for the main floor, I should say. 5, 10. I'd say that was about 35. Oh, God. 5.
Oh no, square footage, our greatest enemy.
Wah.
What happenstance?
Alright, so this is the stairs where it ends right there.
Actually, I think I'll set the alarm up at the entrance of the building.
Alright.
Because if somehow they manage to get past Tyrant Bane and the rest of his kinsmen and Enoch and whoever's on watch, we'll hear about it.
Question. Could you click alarm for me real quick?
Oh, it's already in the chat.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So 20-foot cube outside the doorway into the building. And it's going to be an audible alarm that everyone can hear.
Alright, so you're setting the alarm to be outside the building on the upper floor. Good to know.
Yeah, I figure Enoch would, if this is the door over here, he just post up like on a piece of rubble or like a bit of old furniture and just kind of stare out the doorway. Maybe rummage around the bag of holding through all 26 of those books we got from Valindra and just try to see if he can find a book on fiends, because he heard that in above game. Devils were just something that people used to say scare him, but now he's afraid that they might be real.
Alright.
Yeah, did Primeval ping any? Because it says it detects all of those things. Were there any fiends in the nearby area
He said a couple.
for 6 months?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I must have missed it. My bad.
Yeah, it doesn't give an exact location or an exact number. But I would imagine at the very least it would give like a general direction.
Now I'm just imagining like a Grubhub. A fiend is 6 miles away with your order.
You're not getting it.
It's the fiends now. Cut your losses.
So now the fiends are equivalent of the seagulls at the seashore.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna goblin. Put the food in the bag. You don't have a bag. I'm the bag.
I am the
God damn it! Now,
I'm the bag.
thanks to Finding Nemo, all I hear whenever I see seagulls is just mine, mine, mine.
Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
That is exactly what they would say.
Alright. So, first watch. Go ahead and roll perception checks for me.
All right.
Do-do-do.
Let's say perception is...
Perception.
I almost clicked spiritual weapon on accident.
Let's see, perception.
Alright.
And I'm also gonna switch out my spells. So that I can have speak with the dead. Oh no, do I get rid of my heal? No, don't get rid of the healing.
You can take multiple third level spells. It just means less spells you can take from other levels, Caitlin.
I know, most of the ones I have are what I wish to keep.
Okay, fair.
There is a method to the madness that I have.
I am learning that method as playing a wizard in a different game.
Mm-hmm.
So, first watch. As the night kind of wears down, the one sound that kind of prevails over everything else that, you know, from where you're at, you can still kind of hear it, is the sound of the waterfall that's not that far off. And occasionally you'll hear the cries of the local fauna that are in other trees nearby. Things of that nature, but For that watch, nothing happens.
Alright. Well, Wick and Enoch are sitting. Wick is gonna waddle over to Enoch and he's gonna just, like, gently tug on his pant leg.
What you need, buddy?
You are very angry, aren't you? I heard the shouting before.
You did. Enoch's just gonna kind of... I was hoping nobody else would hear that.
I think everybody did.
That is true.
Well, it's just... I think he needs to be a lot more careful. After what happened, that could happen at any time. And I've been through enough disasters. I don't want to have another disaster happen. Especially after what happened last time.
It's not my place to inquire, as you are guests in the entourage when we take you to our tribe, but does this have anything to do with that morning of your friend that I met you guys in?
Yeah.
I see.
We had a couple of traveling companions. Got us basically all the way here. Druid, name of Kawasha, good fella. A lot like you, wanted to clear the land of undead. That's why he saddled up with us. He had a buddy, one of those veggie pygmy folk. Can't talk, but stuck by us the entire way.
Yes, I've seen them.
Well, you haven't been around for it, but Zeno's got cursed magic. Whenever he casts a spell, sometimes something happens. And sometimes it's something awful.
I see.
Last time he summoned a giant storm. Hail, big as my fist. Froze the water we were in. And well, veggie pygmies and ice.
I see. So the veggie pygmy passed.
Yeah. Now, I've seen more death than I want to rightly admit to coming to Chult. I probably experienced it a lot more than I even realize. Enoch just kind of flexes his metal hand. Until recently, I didn't exactly have control over all this. I'd black out whenever I was in danger, and I'd wake up surrounded by death. I've gotten control over it, so now I'm mostly aware of what happens. But that was the first time I've seen someone close to me die since, well, before all this, and he just gestures down to, since he hasn't put his poncho back on, his exposed body, which you can see all the metal bits on now.
Mm-hmm. So, with your metal and their tumultuous magic, I don't think he should shy away from it.
I do not think so either.
But I believe, well, it's not my place to ask, but, or even to state, but perhaps contingencies might come into play for these situations. Is there a way that they can control it to a degree? Maybe meditation is... Oh, I have no idea. I've never heard of this strange, cursed magic.
I mean, this is all news to me. I didn't know I was magic until these folks told me it. I've been learning. Hell, half the watches when it's on quiet night, and I'm just the one alone doing it. I'll wander off and I'll test out some of these abilities.
What have you learned so far?
Well, a few things. I can't really do them now. I don't want to wake everybody up in danger, but he just kind of opens up his hand and 4 little lights just start dancing around.
So the lights earlier, that was you.
Yeah, I got. Despite all the things I can do with this, and he just kind of again flicks his head.
Mhm.
I can read any kind of writing. That's new, which is I was actually kind of proud of because I'd only ever learned how to read human and goblin, but now I can read anything, but still can't see in the dark.
Imagine all the books you can read now.
Yeah, he just kind of opens up the bag of holding, tips out, and lets a stack of from the 26 books we took from the Lich fall out. I've been working my way
Look
through
at-
the library.
Astonishing. It's a boon if you can read everything and you don't need to rest.
I mean,
Do you rest as a pleasure?
last time I fell asleep, and he'll just point to the spiked shoulder pads and the sections of like spine kind of protection down his back. This all grew in.
So it grows when you rest.
I didn't have
Interesting.
much. Yeah, I didn't have much say in the matter. Passed out. First bit of sleep I've had in 2-3 years. Kind of afraid to go back to sleep again if that's going to happen.
Well, I can tell with Xeno's the one with the crazy boom boom magic, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what I can tell with what I've seen of you and Xeno is that every power has something good with it and something bad with it. For example, you can read everything. Fortunately, you can't rest. Xeno has access to a world of magic, with the downside that it might turn on them. It's not too unusual from when I got this, actually, and he'll jingle the crown on his horn. I was just a soldier, I was just a soldier of Trailhanks and Jailor. And, well, at one point in time, there was expeditionaries. Like you, but a lot more violent. Their leader, I very quickly trounced. You'd be surprised what you can accomplish when you're over 7 feet tall. And as a trophy, I took his horn. And I went by Tyrant Bane ever since. That man was a terrible person. But I think I've gained Unk's favor a little bit, considering, well, I've never been able to do what I could do with that ankylosaur before. That's always fun, right?
Sure is impressive.
But there is, like I said earlier, the jungle gives, the jungle takes. I got the ability to go ahead and use Unk's favor. But I shouldn't do anything to lose their favor, right? It can easily be taken away from me. So I think it is with you two. Anyway, this is just my musing while it's quiet out here.
Well, it's still good to have some insight. We'll see what happens. Maybe he'll listen to me. I told him he needs to start working on control. I saw what happened last time I didn't control my magic. Just looks down at Wick, remembering the minute meteor incident.
He blinks up at him.
Really, at the end of the day, I do not believe you should be angry with him. It was an accident, and sometimes
He kind of holds his holy symbol.
that is just life.
I agree.
Shanti is the goddess of the harvest. My powers are of life and death. You have to take the good with the bad. It is not his fault. He will grow because of this. Do not hold it against him.
Enoch will just kind of lean forward, head in his hands, take a deep breath. I'll try, Wick. I'll try.
He boops his nose.
Try harder. It will be all right.
I left myself open for that one.
Well, I think it's about time let's see. Who did I say was first? Trailix. I'll go ahead and introduce him to my hoof.
Yeah. About time for you to go send someone back else up, Wick. Once Elise gets up here, I'll be able to take it a little bit easy, and maybe that crazy lich lady had a book on fiends. I am terrified of the idea of them actually being real.
Fiends.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
Do I know anything about fiends in the area? Like the elder said, don't go over there. That's fiend territory.
I'll say you haven't heard of anything regarding fiends. The
Okay.
biggest thing that you have heard about would be either undead or the Yuan Ti. As well as, the occasional veggie pygmy or goblins or grung in the area. Possibly.
Go ahead.
Fiends would be a new addition to the jungle. I haven't heard anything about anything quite like that. I don't think any of us have.
Well-
above,
Oh, go ahead.
let's say above game. Everywhere the light touches is ours. What about that dark shadowy place? Nah, fuck that. That's fiends.
Yeah, it's fiends. Yeah, that's fiend country. No, you don't go
That's
there.
the spooky hill. Just do not go that way.
Yeah. You see that sign that says leave? Yeah, no, don't. Yeah, we go there. Why do people keep walking into it? People can't read fiend, so they just walk past the sign and die. Like, yeah. You think a fiend would write it in common? No, that's the easy way.
They want people coming in. We don't want them going in.
All right. So, aside from Treylax, who else was going to be second watch? Aside from Enoch.
Who is Wick waking up?
I guess I'll take second watch.
Wick boops Dan's nose.
Time for the next watch?
Yes.
Alright. I'll go to hang out with Enoch for a bit.
Okie dokie.
And yeah, you'll just see Enoch, like, in the time between, is just flipping through the books that he poured out from the bag of holding, just checking the titles. Would you want me to roll anything for that, Milla?
Let me just see here.
Meanwhile, Enoch's just reading through titles. Chult and Table Manners. Why the Jungle is Terrible. Dinosaurs Through the Ages.
And anything interesting to read yet?
I mean, there's a bunch of this thing. I've only gone through like 2 books, like, since we started all this, but I'm looking for stuff on fiends because until now they were mostly just something the town cleric would say to, like, don't do evil or the fiends will feast on your souls.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, of course, I'm not sure our cleric was as good as Wick, because Wick directly speaks to their god, and Shanti, A number 1 on our side, so I'm starting to think now this might be more important than just religious matters.
Yeah, every story has a little grain of truth to it. I've been told about things that go bump in the night since I was but a child, and unlike with your cleric, my granny was telling me these stories as if they are things that actively are a problem. Witches tend to try and root out these sort of things before they can do serious harm.
Well, our
Or at least they do in my order.
Well, our cleric was more about, the afterlife, which, when you were as poor as I was, you focus on the current life, and you worry about that one later.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And goblins ain't especially caring about the afterlife in general.
So, how are you holding up about the shouting earlier? I mean, I imagine Wick probably talked to you about it.
Wick and Tyrant Bane.
Hmm.
I don't really understand this whole magic thing. Maybe I was out of line, maybe I wasn't.
I mean, I'm sure Wick has already told you something to this effect, but I think you should give Zeno a little room to breathe. I mean, imagine how he's feeling. He I spoke with him the other day, and he feels directly responsible, which I would understand why you would think that he should feel that way. But it was an accident. He has no control over this thing. And admittedly, with the powerful surges that can happen, he has to think a bit more clearly. You're not totally in the wrong. But, like, just think about what he's been going through. Imagine if you were in his place. And this was before you had control over your metal bits. And when you woke up, you managed to kill one of us. How would you have felt?
See,
How traumatized that would make you.
but that's the thing, and he just flexes his hand into a rapier. I learned to control it. I'm pretty sure you've seen me practicing while everyone's asleep.
Of course. It's just clearly going to take him a bit more time to get that under control. I suppose you and Zeno have more in common with your magic that way, since the was accidental for both of you. I've studied and I've never really had that issue, so maybe I'm the one who's not really the expert in this instance, but both of you are my friends. The only ones I've had in years. I just hate to see something tear you all apart. It, it's hard to see people you love at each other's throats. It's not something I'm used to. Been alone for most of my life after Granny Joe's death, and I don't like this feeling. I shouldn't put this on you. I don't know why I'm admitting this.
You get used to being alone.
Yeah. I don't want to go back there. Terrible place.
Well, sounds like we got more than you thought in common, because I can't go back anywhere.
I suppose so.
Maybe that's why that thing's been calling out to me. Maybe that's where my home's gonna be. Not like I got many choices. He just kind of gestures to himself. This keeps happening. I'm not sure what's gonna be left.
Well, if nothing else, know that I'll definitely be there for you. And I'm sure the others are as well. Though I can't speak for them, but I'm pretty sure they'll agree.
Okay. Also, did you know that there's an entire elemental plane of air?
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna file that under possibly read later, but I feel like that's pretty high concept. Just because I can read everything doesn't mean I understand any of this shit.
That's fair. You know what? Pass me one of those books. Let's see what we have here. I mean, obviously we need to be paying attention to what's going on, but some casual reading couldn't hurt.
Well, we got a bottleneck.
And I set the alarm just outside of it.
Yeah. Plus, I flash my magic side ever so often. So if anything tries to come in that's magic, it just shows up right at the edge of that doorway. But yeah, no, you can have this book on wind. I'll maybe try looking when we got some place else safer. Try to find a book on fiends.
Sounds like a plan.
So I guess now just roll perception checks. Because we never did that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, perception checks.
Oh man.
The feet
No,
are right there. They're just listening to all the conversation. Wow, these people are really insightful.
Yeah.
7.
That moment
Like,
where
by the way, above game, like I'm trying hard not to be like, okay, Zeno should come in right now.
There's like the devil from Super Joe just looking over going, "What are you guys reading?"
well, no, that also the awkward moment where everyone realized, oh yeah, the guy who's we've been traveling with is actually barely like a teenager. What is processing emotions?
Huh.
I'm not sure.
Actually, kind of the reason why I had like as soon as you said you punched that or you had punch Zeno, that's why I was laughing because I was like, yeah, this makes perfect sense for a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Tyrant Bane's too old for that shit. You're not a zombie. You're not the problem.
Let's see. Enoch. Just. You swear you hear a rustle in some bushes that are outside nearby. Just for a split second.
Enoch will nudge Dan, hold a finger up to his mouth, and he'll just kind of like point to his ear. Meanwhile, turns his hand into a sword and slowly points it towards the door just in case anything comes near that way.
Dan will pull out his focus in preparation, just in case.
Alright. Alright, so. Are you intending to approach the bush, or are you just standing guard where you're at?
Enoch will probably get over to here and then try to see if he can see anything. Post it up.
Alright.
Maybe throw on his detect magic, because at that point he's got 30 feet out from the door if the bushes are around there.
Alright, can you click on detect magic for me real quick?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I guess I'll have Dan join him on the opposite side. Even though he's not a melee fighter, might be able to wing him with his spell.
Yeah. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. You sense the magic in this way. You can use your action to see a faint aura of any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but then blocked by the typical stuff that blocks magic. So unless there's 3 feet of wood between us and the bush...
Alright, well, you cast your detect magic. And you don't detect anything.
Okay, there's no magic. Dan, I'm gonna go closer to the bush. If anything jumps out at me, shoot lightning and call for the others.
Will do.
Alright, Enoch's gonna slowly head towards the bush.
Right. Oh. You scope your way out towards the bush. And let's see. Hold on. As you kind of saunter over to the bush, all of a sudden you're startled as a flying monkey just flies out of the bush and then just takes off into the air.
Oh! I will never get used to the animals in this part of the world.
Damn you, monkey!
Piss off, ghost!
That would be Dan in character laughing too.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Enoch will saunter back in, turn his hand back from a sword. Oops.
Sorry, it's just after all that tense conversation that's been going on, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, you try to laugh when you've had your vision clad by nothing but versions of them, okay?
Good point.
Well, at least it's not anything like any of the monsters at the temples. Now that I know what a flail snail is, I am terrified of them thanks to Tyrant Bane.
At least a god of them is on our side? Maybe?
I guess?
Who knows? It is a snail. What mysteries does the snail have for you?
Anything about flail snails?
Yeah, no, well, go ahead, Noah.
If you know anything about flail snails, nature check.
17. I might have read about them.
Yeah, you know that they are snails of unusually large size. They have several club-like protrusions that kind of sprout from their head. And with that, I'll allow you to make... Oh, would this be an Arcana check?
All right. That's a natural motherfucking 20.
For a total of 26. You would know that their shells in general are very valuable and are often used to in the creation of robes of scintillating colors.
Ooh. Well,
And it is actually the glint of the snails more often than the shells that tend to blind would-be attackers, if that is a defense mechanism that they would have.
all right. So, I know a little bit about flail snails. What I do know is their shells can be used to make a magical item. Scintillating rope of color, I think, something like that. But, their shell has a defense mechanism where it can blind people if it's attacked. I guess the light touches it in just such a way that it can blind people at certain moments.
Huh. You know, I liked it better when I was just a humble blacksmith apprentice.
I liked life when I had to wake up and clock in. Never thought I'd say that in my life.
Yeah, no.
Nerd kindred.
Yeah, no, above game, Enoch was literally adopted because I'm getting old. I need an apprentice. I'll take that one.
What? What?
That is
Alright. So, aside from that, nothing else happens during the second watch.
Alright, looks like it's getting to be time for Elise if you want to go wake her up. As usual, use a stick so she doesn't stab you.
Will do. And we'll walk over to Elise and, with his broom, touch her.
The eyes
Time-
kind of flutter open and she looks and says, "It's time."
Yep. Time for your shift. You're gonna go back to bed.
She's gonna. I actually have two things I want to do.
Okay.
I want to, like I said real quick, and since we're on this side of the, since we're kind of on this side of the river, and this is probably the closest so far that we've been to it, I want to try to get eyes on those ruins in the middle of the lava pit again.
Okay. Just gonna go ahead and just gotta give it a quick glance here. Go ahead and let's see. You have dark vision of 60 feet. not really able to see much past the edge of the cliff from where you're at, even with your dark vision. It's still quite dark. I mean, you can occasionally see some steam just kind of rising up from the edge of the cliff, but aside from that, you're not really able to see much else from where you're at.
Okay. And then she'll head back inside and kind of sit like they're like right about there, not directly by Enoch, but just kind of like in the corner, just keeping an eye on the doorway.
Yeah, I haven't seen much except for a flying monkey.
Hopefully it stays this quiet.
Hopefully.
I'm sorry, you just said flying monkey. I just imagined like a monkey dressed as the Rocketeer, like he's got the goggles and the jetpack, just like all cracked up in the fetal position, just rocketing slowly.
Right, I want this fan art now. Anyone who watches this, please make this as an actual thing.
Rocket monkey.
There's just an artificer saying, "If it's there, I'm gonna work on it." Like I don't. Did you know there's no laws against this in Chult?
All right. Perception checks, I'm guessing.
Sure.
21.
14.
So, turn. Let's see, getting on the right page here. That's a 21. All right. As you're taking a good look out at the steps around the inside of this building, Elise.
Yeah.
For a split second, your ear perks up as you swear with everybody else, and I'm assuming Baylor is also currently outside, correct? I believe that's how you had set up, Rabbit?
Yeah.
Okay. As you hear from downstairs, you swear you hear some movement. A slight thud.
Lisa's gonna look over to Enoch. I think I heard something outside. Could be nothing, but just get ready
Oh
in
no.
case.
You heard that coming from downstairs.
Ooh. Correction, I think I heard something happen downstairs.
Oh, jeez. Immediately, sword hand. Shing.
Lisa's gonna... She's not gonna go all the way downstairs, but she's gonna get to a point where she can, like, peek, where there's enough, like, separation between the stairs and, like, the ceiling that she can just quickly peek into the gap and see what's going on.
Alright. Give me a stealth check.
I have a quick question, just cause I had the alarm set up outside. That didn't go off?
No, it did not.
I'm gonna re-roll that with inspiration.
My question is above game, would any of us heard the thud, especially the ones that were inside the the camp?
Not with your passive perceptions, no. Elise was the only one who would have actually heard that.
26 for the reroll.
26. Alright. Elise, as you're managing to peer down the stairs, you see a grotesque-looking form currently looming over the top of Dan with shears in their hand, as plucking from from Dan's head, you hear a snip. As you see a woman seemingly with and as you kind of look up and get a better look at her, it is a grotesque looking woman that, and you're surprised you're not really hearing it before, but you hear it a little better now that there's the sound of chattering teeth coming from a necklace that she's wearing. And you look down and see from what would be her right leg is instead a heavy wooden leg. And as she goes and looks up to Dan, she starts to cackle a little bit, and you see just coming from her mouth is a yellow gas. And
I
just
immediately
like
take
that,
a shot.
Let him finish.
and as you look up and see her, you see her just instantly vanish.
Man, I'm so excited. I can't believe Gruntilda's in this game. Excited.
Elise immediately runs down the stairs, goes up to Dan, and just tries to shake him awake.
What? What's going on? Is it time to wake up?
Dan, I hate to alarm you, but I think your hag was just here.
All color leaves Dan's face.
I literally just stood at the top of the stairs watching her take a bit of your hair.
It's gonna reach into his hair just reflexively. Oh, there's so many horrible things she could. Oh.
I tried to fire at her, but she disappeared before I could even react to it.
Oh God. I mean, she's close. Could do some. But she might have vanished.
Elise is just gonna put her hand down Dan's shoulders and just look at me. I doubt we can do anything about it right now. Whatever she is, she's probably long gone at this point, but at least we know she's here. There will be a time for your revenge, but it's not now.
Dan's gonna grip his knee. Right.
We have a more important task right now. If we happen to run into her, then I have absolutely no problem putting an arrow through her head.
I can't believe she was that close to me. Why didn't the alarm go off?
My only guess is that she teleported in here.
Bob Game, would Zeno be able to hear this?
I mean, at this time, Elise is kind of talking in normal volume at this point, so it would depend.
Make a quick perception check for me there, Zeno.
Let's click persuasion.
6. You're too asleep to notice anything.
Elise looks over at Enoch. Did you see it as well?
No, I came down as soon as you ran down.
If she has a lock of my hair, she's probably going to be spying on me with a scrying spell for certain, but there's other things she could use that lock of hair for, and I'm terrified what on earth she could do.
Well,
Like I said, we don't have anything to worry about right now. Go ahead, Vaughn.
Enoch just kind of like hunches down the last step. Just like, we can't even get through a night these days. Dear Shanti, why?
Huh, Shanti?
Snaps away immediately. SpongeBob glowing eyes.
And as the gravitas of the possibilities of what may happen, now that Peggy Deadbells knows you're here and has a lock of Dan's hair, that's where we're going to leave off our session for tonight.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What's
Does
that?
that-
The
does-
consequences of our actions coming back to haunt us.
What's that? You drug me into the consequences of your own actions.
Worst case
I
scenario.
do like that. Like we're all like, getting the culmination. Rabbit's just there. Huh? What I come into?
Well, we're still going to 5, guys, so that's not stopping us.
Yep. Above game, I imagine, like you hear the word Shanti, and just immediately Undertaker sets up.
Yep.
I just imagine that scene from SpongeBob, just Wick silhouette just piercing through the metal wall, and then she just busts on through.
Police didn't
Say
come him
more of that one,
down.
honestly.
Police
Oh.
didn't come him down. You know that one meme with the guy screaming, grabbing onto something? That would have been Dan in like a few seconds.
Good lord.
So, first off, I'd like to give credit where it's due. Both Kaylin and Draco, you guys had some amazing scenes with Burnout and Rabbit as well. I'm sorry, I almost forgot.
Oh, good.
Also, Rabbit,
Yeah.
like this. Check Discord.
Hold on, let me see what you got.
Oh lord.
Oh my god.
I mean, that was my Twitter icon for the better part of like 2 months. But let's start
Ow.
with this around the horn.
How was that?
Yeah. Quick thing. I want to thank Farting Tart for the raid and X Wiley Willie for the 33-month resub right there at the end where we're being hag-jacked. Thanks, guys. But, Caitlin, where can they find you?
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where I do art. Commissions are open, so if you want a painting, you can just find all that information there.
Awesome. DeLuna, where can they find you?
Flatly at twitter.com/ or DLuna1338. I don't know why I did the Twitch thing. But real quick, hey kids, you like Power Rangers? Because I have 2 Power Ranger Megazords on sale on eBay. If you're interested in either the Time Force Megazord or the Omega Megazord from Lightspeed Rescue, let me know and I can try to work out a deal with you. That's me trying to chill because I'm like, oh crap, I have a trip I'm leaving into in a month, and my transmission of my car might be fucked up.
Oh boy.
So I need money.
Oof.
Message me what you're showing, because I have a certain sir who might be interested.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, if that's the same person who I think it is, then yeah.
All right. Well, Chaka, where can they find you?
You can find me here on Tuesdays playing these, and on Twitter at ChocoZombie101, on Twitch at ChocoZombie101. Not much going on. I don't really stream that much, so yeah. This Sunday though, if I want to plug something, this Sunday, MNW Flashbang will be having their Breakdown 8 pay-per-view, the last pay-per-view for Flashbang and for all of Multivania, or all of MNW until Multivania in July. So go ahead and check it out if you're into wrestling and into video games.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, the last major thing in 19, I think, actually.
multi-venue will be the last major thing in 2019 before we officially make the switch to 2K22.
Where everything looks a lot nicer, and
Yeah.
you could tell they actually put the polish in this game.
It still has a bit of downsides, but arguably it's way better than the dumpster fire that was 2K20. Haha, I say that as having the game on 2 different platforms.
Well then, Draco, where can they find you?
Everyone, you can find me on YouTube as Draco Magnius. You can find me on Twitter at DM Magnius. And on Twitch here, you can find me at Draco_Magnius, where every Wednesday and Friday I stream at 10 p.m. East Standard Time. This week, tomorrow, we're going to be taking on Bowser's Castle in Paper Mario. Finally taking the fight to him, and then I have to figure out what I'm doing Friday for my next stream.
Hey! Well, just be kind to your star friends.
I've
I'll
been
try.
recommended to try Paper Mario, but I don't have a DS/console for it.
It is a really good game. You could probably find an emulator somewhere. I mean, I don't know any sources as of right now, but you could probably find that somewhere online.
Yeah.
All right. Then, Milla, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter occasionally at MillenNinjaNerd, where I usually post about shenanigans and good stuff. And you can also find me at twitch.tv/MillenNinja, where I occasionally stream Pokemon Legends Arceus. And you can also find me on Mondays at twitch.tv/Lejake, where I play through Trials of Eidos, the Legacy of the Deal Breakers, which has been, oh my god, we have reached a, stuff went critical and bad last session, and now my character might have to answer up for the consequences of those actions there. So yeah, lots of consequences going on about for everyone.
Sounds great. And Rabbit, where can they find you?
Hey, what's up? I'm Funny He Who Man Rabbit. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Hey Mr. Rabbit, HeyMrRabbit. I stream Monday through Friday. I stream horror games, retro games, and RPGs. I play everything from The Evil Within to RuneScape. If that sounds like something you want to see, come on down. We'll have a good old time.
Can confirm. Good times are had at Rabbit Streams. And as we get ready to raid into our good friend, Mr. Distortion Devil, I'll leave you off with our quote of the week, courtesy of L Robot, which again goes to Tyrant Bane. Wick, we befriended a mugger!
We befriended a mugger, then killed the said mugger.
Listen, there are stages, but I say our raid message should just be, we befriended a mugger.
Yeah, I was going to propose actions have consequences, but... Though that could be the episode title.
Whoa. True.
Yeah. Well then, everybody, it's been a pleasure, and we will see you all next week.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Kill anybody.